Hello, everybody. You are listening to a Random Gamers Corner. I'm your host, Alejandro Ortiz, and I am joined by Nathan
I
and Mason.
Yes, sir.
And we're here to, well, have a different kind of episode where we're just going to have a serious topic at first, and then the rest of the episode is more of a just relax and have fun. Oh, also a little bit of debate with Skyrim. Now, to kick things off, I got to ask you guys, have you guys actually heard anything about what's been going on with Activision Blizzard?
I've heard just a bit, but I'm not informed on the subject matter. I guess you could say.
I heard something happened, but I haven't looked into it.
Okay, so, well,
Yeah, take us away, Alex. Let us know what's going on.
here we go then. Well, first off, so California is suing. It's California versus a Blizzard lawsuit, so California is stepping shit up right now because there's just been a lot of. Let's just say there's a lot of sexual. Oh, okay. First off, a little trigger warning for anybody. Like, there's going to be talking about suicide, sexual harassment, all that kind of shit. So, you want to watch the episode, you can wait until the next week's episode, hopefully. But now to go into this, there has been talks about like harassment on male and female, but mainly female, in the workplace. Just cruelty, and it gets to the point where someone has lost their life. So, and here's the part where I'm gonna start things off with. Okay. Female employees worked for the World of Warcraft team noted that male employees and supervisors would hit on them, make derogatory comments about rape, and otherwise engage in demeaning behavior, the agency alleges. The suit also points to a female Activision employee who took her own life while on a company trip with her male supervisor. The employee had been subjected to intense sexual harassment prior to her death, including having nude photos passed around at a company holiday party, the complaint says. Yeah, so yeah, this is not up to a great start, and considering I thought like, oh, okay, this maybe it's just like something that like them just like screwing them over with hours, like the usual shit that companies get away with all the time. But no, it's like definitely way worse than it actually was. And here's another piece right here is defendants have also fostered a pervasive frat boy workplace culture that continues to thrive. In the office, women are subjected to cube crawls, in which male employees drink copious amounts of alcohol as they crawl their way through various cubicles in the office and often engage in inappropriate behavior toward female employees. Male employees proudly come into work hungover, play video games for long periods of time during work while delegating their responsibilities to female employees, engage in banter about their sexual encounters, talk openly about female bodies, and joke about rape. So, yeah, it ain't great. It really isn't. And then you have this guy, and this gonna be a bit of a read. So if I stutter, I'm sorry. It happens. And now for this guy named Brad Crusco, he tweeted this, so it's public. So don't be like, hey, why you're exposing? No, I'm believing he's an employee. But during my time at Blizzard, this is in quotes. I experienced sexual harassment from multiple male leads, and he's a male too, so it's going everywhere. Explicit descriptions of sex acts they wanted to perform on me, propositioning my wife and I for sex, back rubs. It goes on. This often occurred in front of my other coworkers who said nothing. And going to HR wasn't an option. You only went to HR if you wanted your story immediately shared throughout the entire studio. On the handful of occasions when I tried to talk to someone about this, I was never taken seriously. Boys will be boys, they say. I'm sure they're just joking. Shit like that. So I sucked it up, let it continue, and just tried to ignore it the best I could. This wasn't worth risking my career over, I tell myself. This remains one of my biggest regrets, and the more I put up with it, the more I enabled them to act this way towards others. So he's like, like kind of guilty about his inaction about the whole thing as well.
Right.
And he's like struggling to like know whether it's time to share the story. But I feel like it's better to just share it right now because with all this coming out, I think it's better to like start sharing everything you could, like from what's been going on. And yeah, it's just crazy how I don't know, like you think like the Blitzchung thing, like you guys heard about that thing, right? With
The
Blizzard,
what?
how they censored him.
Who?
The what thing? I'm sorry.
Blitzchung, the player who was free Hong Kong or something like that, and
Yeah. Okay.
they took away his money or earnings for it and like banned him from the show. I mean, from the gaming show, and then from the stream, and they even banned the two announcers or whatever, even though they didn't have any part in it whatsoever.
Right.
So, like, and then later on, they made me. They had like one of their showings saying, "Oh, we support free speech and shit like that," and obviously they don't. If they did that, and now here they are, and they're a controversy with the whole fucking just messed up shit where they're pretty much like harassing people to the point where one person took their life, and just like a workplace where it's just very unhealthy in general. Like, you guys got any thoughts to share about that?
Do you want to go, Mason? You go first. Me go first.
I'm kinda like I'm fine with you if you want to talk, but because I feel like I'm gonna be more controversial. Like I'm gonna be more of like a.
Okay.
I might get in trouble for what I say.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
What do you call it? Then I'll go ahead. I guess we can I feel like if we're gonna go into some series of controversy, it should probably be like a bit of good, I guess you could say, and then like the controversy last. It makes sense to me that way anyway. But what do you call it? I guess that like, I mean, it sucks to say, but like this thing happens in like tons of work environments. I hate to think that and I'm not talking about the suicide part. I mean, that's awful. That lets you know that there's a serious problem. But I'm talking about sexual harassment in general. That's an issue that kind of pervades like all places of work, at least from what I've seen. And I don't know, it's kind of fucked up. I feel like I don't know. Okay, do you remember Alex? Like I think we had a discussion about this on a podcast of ours, and we were talking about weird. We've been talking like every podcast that we've been on lately, you and me. I swear we've been sympathizing with women. I feel like that's crazy. It's been happening like that lately. But in one of the podcasts, it was like an earlier one. We were talking about how, like, basically, we don't know what it's like to be women, but we know certain things that men say. We know certain like behaviors that men kind of have or exhibit or partake in or whatever. And I remember we were talking about like I guess like there's a difference between like someone being a creep, like we have standards as men, like we know what's acceptable and what isn't, and stuff like that. And as men, we kind of hold each other accountable if we fail to meet those standards. It seems to me like the only real, I don't know if I want to say like institutions, but like let's just call it that for the sake of not having a better word. Like the only institutions that really have a lapse in that concept of manhood and what men ought to act like seem to be like fraternities and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, because that's kind of what it sounds like to me. The way that it's like being described and characterized, that work environment, it sounds like they're all just hanging around and they see Karen and they're like, "Hey, Karen," they smack her on the ass and whatever, and like it's not a big deal, and they're boasting about how like Karen's got some tiggle bitties or something. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like just a bunch of like bros hanging around and like talking. I guess like just talking like for the sake of talking, like kind of being really dirty with each other. I don't know. It seems like. And that's an extreme environment thing, because like I've seen or I've heard like instances of like sexual harassment. Like, let me give you an example, okay? When I say it goes like everywhere, I mean everywhere, right? So I worked at this camp. It was, and I've told you guys, I think, anyway, I've told you, Alex. I'm not sure if I've told you, Mason, or if I've said on the podcast before, but I used to work up at this camp. It is a Christian camp, right? So it's like, it's not just your standard summer camp. It is camp and Jesus. You know what I mean? So it's like typical camp shit, but with Jesus too. So it makes it really confusing when you see like teenagers making out by the dumpster. You're like, what the fuck? You're like, did you go to church this morning? What the fuck?
I don't think Jesus did that in the Bible.
I mean, maybe, dude. Maybe people might leave things out. They might not see every little thing. You don't know. He's just macking on ladies over there. I don't know. I mean, I'm probably blasphemizing. I don't mean to, but yeah, he turned water into wine. You think that that's all he did? Nah, he got some hoes drunk. I don't know. I'm just...
Jesus was the OG Chad.
Exactly. Nah, okay, but to get back on track, like, I'm sorry if I offended anyone. I'm just dicking around. I promise. It's just a joke. But like, basically, I worked at a Christian camp, right? And I had a coworker who was working there too, and they were a very close friend of mine, right? And so they told me, okay, for some context, this coworker that I'd known, she is like a real life friend of mine. You know, she's not like I'd met her at the camp before. It's like, or it's not like I just met her at the camp. It's not like that kind of coworker where you just meet them. Like, I knew this person in real life, you know, and she's got kids and stuff. And like a family of her own, and they're pretty, like, they're older kids, you know what I mean? They're like teenagers and stuff, right? And at this camp, at the Christian camp, they do a lot of good things. They give a lot of opportunities for young kids to work there, like 14-year-olds and stuff. Like, you can start working there at 14. You can make some good money for a 14-year-old. But you know, so like the age of employees kind of tends to be on the younger side, anywhere from like 16 to 20, you know, somewhere around there. Then you have the ones that are a little older, but still most of them are like teenagerish, right? So this girl, this coworker that I know, she's like just doing her job and whatever, right? And at this Christian camp, there's a lot of drama, but basically this guy and this girl were dating, right? As happens, you know, as is life, people date each other. It happens. But then the lady was like, hey, fuck you. And she went to another coworker and started dating him, right? I guess they were a better fit for each other, right?
The same, like,
yeah,
a day after, or like,
I don't know. I think she was cheating on him. I really don't know.
Jesus.
But I'm just trying to give some context for the kind of people that were like at the. I know, Jesus. I know, seriously. You're at camp. You're at church. It's fine. You're just praising the Lord. It's fine. But
they're talking in tongues in a whole different way.
But so basically, she starts dating this other guy, and like, he was a weirdo. I much preferred her other boyfriend. He and I were really cool. Like, we worked morning shifts together, and we had like a nickname for each other and stuff. I was called Big Spoon because I made a stupid pun as I grabbed like a big ass tablespoon, you know. You know, just funny stuff like that, you know. But yeah, so basically, this couple approaches this coworker friend of mine, and they basically say, hey, okay. And for some context, this coworker is like older than them because these two are teenagers. They're like freshly 18, probably. You know what I mean? Freshly 18.
Fresh out the
yeah, maybe 19 at like the. Okay, he might have been 19, but I know for sure she was 18 because the guy, her first boyfriend was actually like, you know, he was dating her, but they dated in high school. So like, he was dating a minor, but it was like the okay kind of like, you started before you left kind of thing, you know? It's like that sort of thing where you make an exception for that. Hey, y'all might laugh, but that's how it is. Everyone knows it.
No,
It's
I
like,
know.
It's
Like,
just the way you explain it.
No, it is. It's funny to say it, and like, you know, I mean, try to explain to tell someone like, yeah, you can date minors. You don't do that, but you know, but if you happen to be like in their circumstance where you're 17 and 18 respectively, and you happen to start dating in high school, you can carry over. From that point on, though, no, you know. But
yeah.
Okay, so basically, though, she was 18. He may have been like 19 at the oldest, something like that, right? This new boyfriend, and he basically approached this coworker of mine, who again she has a family and stuff, not like a husband, per se, but like a family, and all that stuff. You know, has her life together, and she's a very quiet person, a very reserved, modest person as well. She's not like she's not you know, I guess like I would say like a heathen, especially if you're being at camp, because you do have some people, you know, teenagers that are sitting there like, big booty bitches and whatever, you know. She was not one of those people. Yeah, exactly. She wasn't one of those people though, you know. And so this guy, he approaches. I know I'm talking in like rambles. You guys are like, get to the fucking point. So this guy approaches her, and he basically says, "Hey, me and my girlfriend think it would be really hot if you had a threesome with us." And I'm like, dude, this is like, this is a church. What the fuck? Like, okay, I feel ambivalent about it, right?
I feel like you wouldn't say what the fuck though.
I feel like, okay, so I feel ambivalent about it because if this were in any other work environment, I guess I feel like it's fine. You know why I feel like it's fine? Because you ask once and it's just to see. You know, if they say no, you take the hint and you stop. You leave. I think like Dave Chappelle made a joke about that, or maybe it was Kevin Hart. I think it was Dave Chappelle though. Like the first thing you ask isn't sexual harassment; it's an inquiry. You know.
I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah, so like it makes sense, right? Like, but if they say no, don't do it again, kind of thing. And obviously, like you gotta assume like if they report you, then you're fucked because you shouldn't be saying stuff like that at work. But if you feel like you want to take the risk, then fine, whatever. But no, yeah. So that was very like shocking to say the least because again, like you know, I knew that not everyone there was like particularly on their best behavior, but I didn't realize we were just going and breaking commandments left and right and shit. You know what I mean? I thought it'd be like, oh, I have anger problems. I'll try to work on my anger. Not just all right. Let's shit on the Bible and have a threesome. Yeah, it's just bad. So I feel like I don't know. Based on that experience, especially like I don't know, working at Amazon, sitting there, because I used to work at Amazon. I'm not talking about you know, but I used to work at Amazon. I remember this girl saying something that fucking made me go, you know, like, what? I'm sitting there minding my own business, and there's this girl like across from me. We're working. We're basically taking these like these shits, these little packages, and we're sorting them out. And she like looks at some guy, points him out to me. I don't know why she did that. Why she point him out to me? Because I'm a guy. Not like I'm sitting there like, oh yeah, I see you. You know what she said? It changed my life forever. It corrupted me. It really did. I wasn't like the most innocent person, but I thought I did not need to hear this, right? You know what she said? We're at work. Trying to work. I'm just trying to get paid. Dude, I'm 18. You know, I'm a little baby. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sitting there just trying to work. She says, I want to ride his dick into the sunset. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, bro. So, moral of the story is, I swear. And it's sad, but that's like normal stuff. You know what I mean? That's your everyday work environment kind of level of like, I don't know if you'd call that sexual harassment per se, but.
Oh, she nasty.
Oh, she nasty.
Pretty sure that's sexual harassment.
Well, I mean, the thing is, you can't sexually harass someone if they don't know they're being harassed either, you know? And that's...
But, like, it's towards you because you're talking about dick. She's talking about dick to a guy with a dick.
No, I know, but, like, I don't know. Maybe, I guess so. I didn't think about it. But, yeah, I don't know. The point I'm trying to make, though, is, like, this, at least in my experiences with my jobs, in my jobs and stuff, it appears to be, like, this... There's a normal amount of sexual, I don't know if you want to call it harassment, because sometimes it's not sexual harassment, right? Well, I guess, okay, because listen, sometimes it's like that. Sometimes it is sexual harassment where there is a level of like, I guess, let's call it naughty shenanigans, because I don't know what else to call it. But like, yeah, I'm sorry. I can't turn off my humor, dude. I don't know. I'm trying to be serious, but I just...
It's like, okay, we're trying to keep this light-hearted, just so like people who listen are like, at least not, oh, this is depressing.
Yeah, so like there's a level of like normalcy when it comes to like, again, like just I guess, you know, girls are gonna be girls and they're gonna like, I mean, they could like whoever they want, not specifically like exclusively boys or whatever, but people like people. I mean, that happens, right? Mm-hmm. And there's a normal amount of that. in the workplace to a certain extent, but what's being described in the Activision Blizzard thing, that's fucking horrible, bro. Because it's like, I don't know, that's just a whole, that's a different monster entirely, you know what I mean? I've never felt like, and not to say, like, I know girls get like harassed and stuff, they get a lot more negative like attention in those regards, uncomfortable attention than like guys do, but I've never been in a situation where I felt so uncomfortable that like I had to fucking end my life, you know what I mean? To put in perspective for you, the worst I ever felt was embarrassed because I was at oddly enough, it was at the camp, and these like 12-year-olds, like this camp of girls, all girls, 12-year-olds, are all sitting out in the dining room, and I'm trying to do my work, and they're trying to hit on me, and I'm like, leave me alone, you're 12, I'm an adult, stay away. I don't even want to talk with them, right? It got to the point, like, because they were kind of insistent on it. They were trying to give me their number and this and that. I was like, no. I had to go like in the back room and like I had to swap jobs with someone. I had to say, hey, you go handle that out there. I'm getting harassed by little girls. You know, that's the worst I've been in. So I can't imagine being in a situation worse than that. You know what I mean? And that's really light. That's nothing compared to, again, what's being described in that. I think that's horrible. And I honestly don't know how the fuck you can let how you can even get into a situation where you allow that sort of environment to exist, you know? Like, they're making video games, for Christ's sake. You know, you hear a bunch of crazy stories from like car dealerships. Well, what fucking ever. They're a bunch of like smooth talking car salesmen. They can apparently they're doing coke all the time. Like, I don't know, it's crazy the things I've heard there.
Wolf of Wall Street level shit.
Yeah, but like, dude, you're making, like, you're working on video games and shit. What like, you said it was the World of Warcraft team? Is that what you said, Alex?
Correct,
okay,
yeah.
So yeah, like, what the fuck? How do you have this free time to even be doing that shit? First of all, is what I'm thinking. I don't know. It's a sorry state of things. It really, truly is.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really sad, you know, that it can even get that far, that like people won't even care about how someone feels to that extent. You know, I understand like it's a job and whatever, and you gotta let off some steam, but don't do that. You know what I mean? Right. I don't know. I think it's bad. So, what do you think, Mason?
I'm gonna start off by saying I think what happened is horrible, of course, and I don't condone it. But I do have some questions, like, did they try and report it to HR?
Yeah, they did. Unfortunately, they kind of like just put out the story, and that's something that makes me mad about HR for any video game place or any workplace area at all, is that unless something happens or like seriously happens, like they're not gonna like really do much about it. Like, oh, like what does this person do? Like, and then they start asking you like, what were you doing? Like, how did you get into the situation? And I'm like looking through the comments, and yeah, it seems like they were just like not really wanting to make much action. And I was just saying like, how? Like, you are HR. How do you get into HR if you don't even like take the damn job seriously? So they did went to HR, but it seems like it made things worse because then they will like tell other people about it, and I guess like it circles back, or they could lose their job, because that's why when I was reading the guy's tweets, like he said like he doesn't really speak up about it with HR because he's afraid of losing his career, and I'm assuming that's how it was for a bunch of other people.
And then I forget what the question was. Shit. Like,
ask the first one again, and then
is it just the California one, or is it like other HQs and other areas?
Let me check. Oh god, I think there's other places.
Because if it's just California, I don't think, and again, as I said, what happened is terrible. There's no excuse for that. But if it's just like this one company or this one like area, part of it, like, I don't think they're going to win that court case of all of Activision and all of Blizzard if it's just like this one part of it.
I think they can. I think they have standing, at least, because you got to think like, yeah, it's one branch or whatever, but I mean,
one branch.
I think that ultimately the courts would rule that, like, where the fuck were the regional managers and this and that and, like, whatever. Why the fuck didn't the higher-ups catch this sort of... That's what I imagine. I don't know. I imagine that a lot of blame will be put on the executives and stuff.
Yeah. And from what I'm reading, it seems like, it's just, I mean, from what a little quick web search, it seems like it's just mainly California that's suing Activision right now. I mean, Activision Blizzard, but who knows? Maybe, like, maybe it's just like a bit of a wait and see to see if other places will start doing so as well. But right now, it seems like California is like is the state that's like really trying to go after Activision. And from what Nathan said, like, okay, yeah, like they do have they do have a good standing, but as Nathan said, like if they may lose, but here's the interesting thing for me, like what I'm saying, like even if a win or lose, you got a bunch of people who are now no longer interested in wanting to support Blizzard or Activision with their purchases. So
yeah, that's true.
Is it hard to find a job in California?
Well, technically, like right now, it's not hard to find a job anywhere, as far as I'm aware, in the current job market.
And I'm not trying to put blame on them, but if it was that bad, to where it was like all the time, and it was like, why still work there?
No, I get that. I know what you're saying.
I'm sure
I don't have
other
that answer either.
Companies, and there's other game companies in California that would have taken them in.
Well, I do know that game companies are hard to get into. I know jobs in general, no. At least not right now. But gaming company, I guess, I don't really know. You know what I mean? I think that, like, sometimes people are just really vulnerable, you know? And I get where you're coming from, too, because to an extent, Mason, I totally agree with you that, like, for myself, if I'm in a negative environment like that and it just gets too negative in any direction, no matter, like, what kind of negativity, I'm fully aware that I can just leave, you know?
Right. It's just like if I'm like, maybe it's a guy thing, but if I'm being harassed there, I'm not staying there.
Yeah.
My last point, and this is probably the one people aren't going to agree with me on, is I don't think you should boycott Activision for these people's actions. Yes, what they did is terrible, but this doesn't represent every single game and everyone in the entire company. People are like saying, "Oh, don't support them, don't buy their games." It's like, I don't support that. Like, if you like a game, if you like a franchise, support it, but don't support the people that are doing the negative things.
Right.
I don't know how to explain it, right? But
like go after people that are actually causing the problem, right?
Yeah, like don't try to take down the entire company. There's
I feel that
tons and tons of people that have nothing to do with that, and they're going to be losing their jobs because these few douchebags decided to grab the titty.
Yeah, we don't know exactly what happened. They just said, like, a bunch of sexual harassment. They didn't give examples, but yeah, I feel that. Because I agree that I think you should, like, I mean, I'd say if you feel strongly about it, then by all means, you don't have to.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't punish the people that have nothing to do with it, because there's definitely tons of people working on other games doing other things. Like, this couldn't just be like, this isn't saying that all of Activision and all of California or whatever, but I'm sure it's just like a small little, like, again, like a frat house kind of like studio thing. And yeah, I get where you're coming from for sure.
Like, Alex, didn't you say like you were going to buy a game, but then you found it was by Activision and decided not to?
Yeah, but I was just thinking more to myself, like, and when you brought that point, I was thinking, like, I mean, I'm just getting it because of Crash, but I just don't support the people that made those freaking actions. But I could try to think of an explanation why people are trying to boycott. Am I saying that right? Boycott? Yeah.
Boycott.
Why they would say it? I mean, why they're trying to attempt that? It's because I think just because like how not studios, companies keep getting away with certain controversies like that multiple times. I think people are just getting desperate, like to like start wanting to boycott purchases of stuff like that, like to make like saying like you guys won't hear our complaints, you guys won't listen to us, you guys won't will let these kind of practices get away all the time, or let these certain actions get away all the time. So like since you not your ethics don't matter, ethics don't matter to you, morals don't matter to you. I'm pretty sure that's redundant. or hearing our voices don't matter to you, we might as well like affect you guys the way that you guys speak money. So they go for money and like hope that's the way for them to finally be heard. Yeah. So that's my explanation to you, like why they're tending to do that now. So I'm not like saying like, oh, you're in the wrong. No, I mean, I think that you're probably just no, like you got the right idea. Those guys, the people who aren't the ones causing those kind of actions, they should be the ones getting fired. Like their freaking asses should be out of that damn job already.
I think that it's gonna look bad. Like this kind of publicity is bad enough, and stocks for that company are gonna plummet. That's enough of a financial like, I guess impact. At least I would say. You know what I mean? Because you gotta think about all the people that are like, okay, fuck no, not this company. I don't want these. Like stocks went down for sure. You know what I mean? And shareholders and things like that. I think it's really sad that it was Activision though, because that's kind of like, I don't know. I expect that shit from EA. You know, just
Right.
because everyone
Yeah.
fucking hates EA.
Or Rockstar.
Yeah, well,
People hate EA because they're greedy.
yeah, but like, imagine, bro, because they want money. But imagine, I don't know. It's just, I think if it were EA, there'd be some serious fucking. Well, yeah, because Disney is kind of like endorsing them, not endorsing them, but like, you know, giving them the rights for Star Wars games and stuff like that. They'd fucking suffer. You know, it's just kind of crazy that it was Activision of all studios, I guess you could say. Like, because you wouldn't think of like a big AAA title. You'd think like they'd have their shit together. You'd think it'd be like some random smaller studio. You know what I mean? Like maybe a parent, like a I don't know what it's called, like a subsidiary of Activision. Like Activision's the parent company, but it's actually like a different studio. You know what I mean? You wouldn't think it'd be one of the big AAA, like supposed to be professional work environments. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, and you're right. I'm looking at the stock thing right now. It says like it went down at least by 1.49% today.
Mm-hmm.
So that's already some impact right there. I mean, it's small, but shit, imagine people keep prolonging this whole boycott thing and employees speak up more. Like, I guess just like yet to be seen of what could happen next for Activision Blizzard. Yeah, it does make me sad though for Activision. I was like, why? Like, I expected better, considering, you know, like Activision, they're not really giving that much reason to like just straight up hate them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know what you mean. I think it's just crazy how, again, it's like one studio, and you think about it, like Activision. I always think about like Call of Duty. That's the first thing that shoots to my mind when I think of Activision and stuff. And the Madagascar game. I think that was Activision. I think it was like, I think they did work on it. Like I swear to God they did. I'm gonna look that up. But anyway, yeah, it's crazy. It's like my childhood, and here they go doing shit like that. Like it's just not right.
Yeah, it's always disappointing to hear stuff like this happen for like Crash was like my freaking childhood. One of my childhood games with fucking Crash Twin Sanity Island. I believe that's what it's called. It's probably the only game that had so much acapella throughout the whole soundtrack. But was there? I guess like since this is pretty much like the extent of what we could go on for the whole lawsuit thing. Like, is there any last parting words? Like, I don't know. I guess what you guys hope for Activision to fix, or anything you guys like? I don't know. Just last opinions.
Well, hopefully they fix their PR team and the sexual assault charges. Hopefully that stops.
Yeah, because I feel like, to me it's like the real fuck up, the big fuck up is HR, not just PR, because PR is public relations. So I imagine that's like marketing and shit.
Is that? I'm probably representing the wrong thing.
I was like, but okay, no, but yeah, for sure, like, because you gotta think like HR is supposed to be really impartial and kind of like represent the. It's called human resources, you know.
That's
so like, in companies, they're supposed to represent the workers more so than obviously they're supposed to like understand and uphold company policies and shit, but like, you know, that's where you're supposed to go if that girl is saying I want to ride his dick into the sunset and it's making me uncomfortable, that's where you're supposed to go to have a discussion about it. And if they're like, oh wow, you fucking snitch, you know what I mean? Like imagine, bro, that's fucked up. Like I hope their HR department, because I think if it goes on at all, that's bad, right? But
Yeah.
it should have been corrected, if nothing else. People either should have been fired or disciplined to some capacity. HR should have handled it. But from what they're saying, how HR just didn't give a shit, how HR seemed to be like kind of in cahoots with them, like that's not acceptable at all. They definitely need to fix that.
Yeah, your workplace is fucked if HR is something that you're afraid of instead of like want a space to go to when you're having trouble.
Yeah, because I know people who go to HR for every fucking little thing. They'll be like, we don't have toilet paper in there, and then HR has to they swamp HR. Yeah, they swamp HR with like stupid shit,
Right.
Like it really shouldn't be like. And when you get something big like this, it should be like that should be really easy to take care of. You would think like in some capacity it would be better than having the fucking Karen come through and complain about like every little thing, like doing an act, because a lot of time HR is doing like payroll stuff too. They're doing like really small insignificant shit, but that's a big fucking deal, like sexual harassment and stuff, So yeah, I agree with you 100%, Mason. You said PR, but I know what you meant. We know what you're talking about.
Yeah, HR. Yeah.
Just I don't know letters. I'm not good with the alphabet.
That's all good.
Acronyms. Well, no, I get it, but I do agree with I do agree with you. HR they really need to renovate or something with fucking HR's staffing, where like retrain their ass or fire their ass and replace them with new asses. Shut up, Alex. Just replace them with better people and just hopefully improve the workplace for everybody, because honestly it's depressing if the place where you're supposed to have fun, like to innovate with creativity and such, and just like you made uncomfortable by some old dude. That's fucking terrible.
Yeah, it really is.
And I think you pretty much like said your piece was supporting Mason's statement, right?
Yeah.
All right, then. Hey, everybody, for that topic, that'll be the end of that discussion. And you've been okay with listening to us so far. Thank you. And now we're gonna chill out a bit. But okay, you guys want to tackle that Stormcloak versus Imperial talk, or you guys want to like just go to the somewhat memes, just relaxing laughter shit?
The Stormcloaks, Imperials. What do you guys think is the right call? From approach it from a non-role-playing perspective, because I understand sometimes you're like, yeah, I'm gonna be a Nord sympathizer or something, Sometimes you'll role-play, like if you're an Imperial and you're like, well, actually, he fully supports the Imperial Legion because he's an Imperial, he has family back home in Cyrodiil, obviously, approach it from the perspective of like you being yourself, morally, ethically, all that stuff. Maybe tactfully too, whether you think like Skyrim, like the Nord or Stormcloaks are better for Skyrim, or whatever, just from a completely from your perspective standpoint. I think that would be fun.
Okay, well, if I just want to be saying like who could probably win for like just the war, or because I feel like I'm not gonna say like who's right over who, because they have their reasonings, and we both know. We don't know why. But like, if there was like just a straight up war, then I would just say Imperials, because I feel they just got like a bit more of like the military advantage, and there's the fact that they for the Stormcloak side, I do see like the bit of racism going on, like with the Argonians and such. And I'm just thinking like, if they kind of screw themselves over with that, because then maybe they got sick and tired of it, and maybe they could be spies and sometimes tell Imperials like what's going on, like what's the next move, like because there's always the fly on the wall that just hear shit, and then they go tell them, and hell, sometimes they even just join up with them, get that military training, and then go join them with battles. Now, if you're talking about leader versus leader, I feel Ulfric will have a better chance at fighting, considering he can use shouts. So there's that. So war, I would say Imperial. For straight up battle, I would say Ulfric.
What about what was I going to say? What about like who you support yourself?
What side would you be on, Alex, if you were
Imperial. I mean, sure they try to kill me, but I mean, if I was illegally trying to cross somewhere, I get it. Like
I get it. Nah, fuck that.
Like,
I completely forgot about. I didn't even take that into consideration. Yeah, no, I'd be a Stormcloak all day. Like those motherfuckers were gonna kill me. I don't care that I immigrated. Fuck you. I didn't even think about that.
I almost died, but like, can you blame them? I'm probably the most dangerous person if like I was able to get through their wall in the first place. Or mountain. I don't know. What do they even have as a border? Whatever. But yeah, I choose Imperial.
I know it said like Darkwater Crossing. I think that's where you got captured at. So I think like technically it's like part of the map is like Skyrim, and part of the map is whatever the fuck's below Skyrim. Yeah. Or to the side of Skyrim or whatever. Is Skyrim right next to Cyrodiil?
It should be. Let me check.
Wait, is it okay? Is Tamriel the land and Cyrodiil like the
Cyrodiil, I think, is the capital, isn't it?
Cyrodiil, I think so too. Tamriel is like the, but what is the name of it? Well, I guess I don't know.
I want to say Tamriel is the continent and Cyrodiil is like the place where like the Imperial capital stuff is.
Yeah, that's where Oblivion's in, I believe. Yeah. So then what is the faction called? You know, like they're not just the Imperials, are they? Because Cyrodiil has a bunch of like races and shit. They're not just because Cyrodiil has control of Skyrim, right?
I believe so in some way, but in Skyrim you can see neighboring Elder Scrolls regions. So there's Morrowind and Cyrodiil. So yeah, they're like neighboring places.
Yeah, so they're like okay.
I remember seeing that video, made me lose my mind. I was like, what? You can see the other places?
That makes sense though. Man, I want to play Skyrim, fuck. But
Fallout 3.
Bro, I need to buy it. Because I bought it on Steam like a dumbass. And don't do it. If you haven't, don't do it. Because Steam, for some reason, it doesn't work on Fallout 3. Well, I mean, it works. But, like, your game will crash all the time. You know?
Fallout.
Yeah. I thought Alex said something about Fallout. Did you not? Did you not say Fallout 3? Oh, okay, yeah.
Don't worry, you're not going crazy.
I was like, duh. Like, yeah. Yeah, no, don't buy Fallout 3 on Steam ever. But anyway, yeah, so myself personally, I guess since I'm talking now, I'll just go ahead and like take the reins. I think I would go with the Stormcloaks. Again, like I completely forgot that the Imperials are trying to kill me. Fuck them. But also, like, if you think about like, I completely agree with you, Alex, that like the Imperials had they both have their reasons for like fighting each other and stuff, right?
Yeah.
The Imperials basically, they didn't want to outlaw the worship of Talos and stuff, but they had to. Otherwise, they were going to get destroyed by the Aldmeri Dominion. And with that said, I can kind of understand the racism going on in Skyrim at that point in time because they're one god, like their god. It's not just like a god in the pantheon. That god is like their god. He represents them. He was a Nord. He was a regular man who became a god. You know that in the lore.
Right.
So like, I think that like I can understand to an extent the racism towards elves and stuff going on in Skyrim because it feels like their whole identity is just like almost kind of being erased. You know what I mean? I will say, militarist, like you gotta think if the Empire couldn't hold off the Aldmeri Dominion, you want them to be united, right? Like you want. So I understand why the Empire is fighting that war. Because they need to keep everything like good and in control. That way, if they need to fight the Aldmeri Dominion again, then they can actually like stand a chance, you know? Because like like our great motherfucker Abraham Lincoln said, like, you know, a house divided, something. Basically, he said it's bad. You know?
Yeah, a house divided is someone that's gonna fall. Yeah, like you got it. You're good.
Something like that, yeah. It's funny because I started that with like the quote in mind, and then the second half just vanished. But whatever. But yeah, like, you know, I completely understand where they're coming from, in that, like, you know, they need a unified nation to be able to take on the Aldmeri Dominion. At the same time, they've already failed, and it's likely that they would probably fail again under Imperial leadership, I imagine. Whereas Skyrim bastards, they have the shouts, you know, and it's not as far as I'm aware, it's not like everyone can use them. But then again, Ulfric can, like,
because he trained with the
Greybeards. You can be trained though. That's the thing. You can learn it, I guess. Like, at least that's as far as I'm being made aware. So like, imagine
like if they approve of you and shit.
Yeah, but like, fuck
and
that.
Even
imagine
then, it's not like a day where like the
it's not.
Was. It's like decades.
Yeah, but imagine you go and you tell the Greybeards, hey, listen, it's either you train people or we all fucking die. I think they might see reason. And if not, well, then, I don't know, make them, you know? Pull a Darth Vader, just make them.
I think that they'd be like, no, we don't care about this war. Neither side wants to take us, so we're just going to stay neutral. I don't think that they would.
Maybe,
I don't think they'd
but honestly, if anything, Ulfric can teach them, if nothing else, you know? And think about that. Imagine all the Stormcloaks. Like, obviously, like how you were saying, it's not something you can pick up in 8 weeks like you can, like, boot camp in real life. You know, it takes years. The Dragonbeards say, like, it takes a lifetime of mastery, unless you're the Dragonborn, in which case it's just like nature to you. But, you know, it takes a long time for regular people. But imagine Ulfric starts, like, getting the little bastards, you know, the one you see in Riverwood running around with his dog. And he takes him.
Fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that kid. My best friend, funny story real quick before I continue. My best friend, the first time he was playing Skyrim, it was at my house, right? And he sees the dog, like, following the kid. He thought the dog was chasing him. So he killed the dog, and then the whole town came after him. And it was so funny. He's like, what the hell? You know, he didn't understand why he was getting attacked, and it was just amazing. But yeah, no, I think that I think if people came to, like, say, like the Aldmeri Dominion, because you gotta think they're conquerors, they don't care. If they went to High Hrothgar, the Greybeards would fight them. I don't think they would, like, align themselves with the Stormcloaks, but they would fight them if the Aldmeri Dominion, like, threatened upon their lifestyle and stuff, you know. And they're capable warriors, you know, being that they can Fus Roda your ass off of the
off of the biggest mountain in Skyrim.
Yeah, have you ever seen? I know I keep jumping off. Skyrim's so funny though, so many moments. I saw this video of this guy. He shot a paralysis arrow at one of the Greybeards as he was doing the whirlwind sprint, and he just went like boom, like off the mountain. He just like.
Yeah.
It was so funny, bro. I was like, oh my god. Yeah. So. But yeah, I think I side with the Greybeards because, like, as an American too, you know, I feel very sensitive about my freedoms, you know. So imagine, I don't know if you guys are, like, religious or whatever, but let's say you were Catholic, because Catholic's a pretty big thing for a lot of people. Let's say you were Catholic. And then tomorrow a state trooper came and said, you can't be Catholic. And they start, like, not letting you into your churches and shit. You'd be pissed, you know?
Crusades would happen again.
Yeah, I'd probably kill them. I'd be shouting at them. Not like a dragon, but I'd be killing people. I'd be like, that's my God. You leave him alone, you know? I don't know. Yeah, I just feel like I sympathize. Like, I understand where the Imperials are coming from and stuff, but, like, I think I would side with the Stormcloaks. I think it's terrible too, because, like, if you go to that, like, the Thalmar embassy or whatever, like, there's the guy, like, the guy's book where he's straight up, like, bragging about how he's manipulating them, like, both sides, you know, how they're being played.
Yeah, talked about that before. That freaking sucks ass. And that's what I was saying. Like, it sucks when you realize that some of the Imperials still practice the religion, but in secrecy. So, like, you guys found that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like shit. It's just stuff like I don't know. Like I'm pretty sure that kind of relates to like real world stuff. Like I don't know whatever
If
part of
you're a
history.
Christian in China, I mean, there's some things like that. Wait,
Yeah.
did we shit on China earlier today, or is that just me in a different conversation?
I think that's a different
probably
conversation.
Okay.
We got shit on China.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. My bad. Yeah, I couldn't remember if we did on the podcast or if I did it in secret. Well, not secret. I don't know. I object, is what I'm trying to say.
Anymore.
Yeah, not a secret anymore.
Now the word's out.
Yeah, well, to clarify for the viewers and stuff, no, I love Chinese people. Chinese people are fine. I don't agree with certain things the government does, but just to clarify my stance, like this isn't the topic of discussion, but I just wanted to clarify that real quick so people aren't like, man, this Nate guy, he hates fucking, like, I don't know, I just don't want people
First
thinking.
the British, now this?
Well, the British hate's real, I was dissing them earlier. I actually remember dissing them earlier. I was talking mad shit. I was having a hypothetical argument with a hypothetical Brit. I was arguing with myself as if like I was arguing with a Brit. You know what I mean? I was like going back and forth with myself. It was so funny.
Not with the Brit, but
okay. So, look, that's not important. Basically, in Skyrim, I would side with the Stormcloaks. But yeah, both sides are being manipulated, and that's fucked up. Like, I'm sad that you can't just be like, you can't go to the High Kings and shit. You can't be like, hey, book, read. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Like, it's just the third option, but no, that's why New Vegas is magical and Skyrim is not magical with the choices part.
Yeah, but let's be real. They were focused. Skyrim has so much shit to do in it. That's what I love about it. It's like, okay, I've mastered blacksmithing. Now I'm gonna go pick flowers and be an alchemist. It's fucking fun. Yeah. What do you think, Mason? How do you feel?
I got a question. So, did the Imperials like invade Skyrim, or did like the Stormcloaks rebel against?
Stormcloaks rebelled against the Imperials. Basically, what happened was what started it all was basically Ulfric kind of got like some support and stuff because there's like a High King of Skyrim. Basically, he keeps them in line, and the High King was Imperial. You know what I mean?
Queen.
Or he wasn't. I don't think he was like an Imperial, but like he was the representative of the Imperials and stuff. So like he swore allegiance to them, and so then I guess Ulfric challenged him to a duel. But depending, like Skyrim never makes that 100% clear. Like depending who you asked, he murdered him, and depending who you asked, he challenged him to a duel. The point is, people think like Ulfric should be the High King of Skyrim, and so he has all these Nordic supporters. Yes, Alex, I'm sorry.
Maybe he challenged him to a duel and then murdered him. Like it could work that way.
Yeah, maybe he said, "I challenge you to a duel," and then just straight up killed him. He didn't even let him answer. Or maybe he said,
if I remember, he shouted him to death.
He did, yeah. And they were like, oh, like they made a big deal about that, like, oh, a true king wouldn't use the power of the voice to usurp his throne. I remember that voice quip. I remember that. Yeah, but yeah, I can't remember why I was like fiercely. Oh, yeah. So that's what happened. He murdered the High King in some capacity. What we do know is he did kill him, whether he challenged him to a duel or he assassinated him, whatever. He did kill him. And now all the Nordic people, like I guess the true Nords, the true sons and daughters of Skyrim, as they're called, think that he should be the High King. And that kind of caused a civil war between, like, just in the land of Skyrim. So the Imperials are sending people there to suppress it.
Yeah, it's such a tough to. Can I be like neither? I want to get like a dragon army and just fuck them both up.
You were the one who asked Alex. You were like, Alex was saying like, yeah, I get both of them, and you were like, where do you stand? So now, where do you stand? Just if you were a citizen, if you were the player in Skyrim,
This is the first. This is the first that Mason doesn't want to choose a side.
If you were the player in Skyrim, what would you do?
I can't be like, I'm a dragonborn. I'm gonna get a dragon army and fuck them both up. I have to actually choose.
No, you have to choose because you can't do that in the game. I've tried. Well, I guess you can, but like one side has to win or else the war just goes on.
You can completely ignore the war if you want to.
Well, you can, but that's not fun. Who the fuck does that? Bitch is who? You're like, I did that.
Because I don't fuck with the elves just being like, no, fuck that religion, and if you don't agree with us, we'll just kill you. And then the Imperials being like, okay, we're bitches. White Gold Concordat or whatever the fuck that treaty is called. I think I'm gonna go Stormcloaks. That's what they're called.
Mhm.
Not Stormtroopers. Just Stormcloaks.
No, not Stormtroopers.
As much as I don't approve of the rebellion, I feel like they've had so much just like getting shit on and being told how they're supposed to now behave, and their main god being kicked out, just being like, nah, and rebelling. I'd go with Stormcloaks.
I don't know. I do like, because it seems like we're all ambivalent. We all realize, obviously, because we know the truth. We're metagaming here. Like, we know that both sides are being fucked with, and it's like, obviously, we understand that the Imperials need peace because they need strength to be able to fight the Aldmeri Dominion. I honestly don't think. I think if the Aldmeri Dominion took on the Imperial, like, because you gotta think Skyrim probably fought with them. Like the forces of Skyrim, they probably fought with the forces of Cyrodiil as well. But like they lost ultimately. I think that no one side divided stands a chance, But the whole thing is too, you gotta think like, honestly, if I were an Imperial bastard, if I were the commander, I guess you could say, like the main commander, not just like General Tullius, because he's a general, but if I were like the supreme commander of the military, the Imperials, I'd say, okay, just let the Nords do their thing over there, because like you gotta think they're wasting resources, I guess, trying to enforce whatever's going on over in Skyrim. And I don't know, quite honestly, I think that it's not like Ulfric Stormcloak is trying to take control of all of Tamriel or anything. It's not like he's a dictator per se. He thinks he has a claim to the seat of Skyrim, and that causes a civil war. Yeah, but he's not necessarily evil, In the same way, neither are the Imperials. So it's tough. It is a toughie.
Indeed it is. And yeah, you're right. Like, whichever side wins, it's more like a downer ending for them, whichever one wins, because the friggin' how the fuck you pronounce it again?
Aldmeri.
Aldmeri. Yeah, the friggin' Aldmeri embassy has the freaking bigger numbers now because they haven't gone to a war. They've been weighing shit out. They've been just picking and choosing their fights, and yeah, like unless we get a follow up on who's gonna try to take on Aldmeri embassy if they come back again for the game.
I hope, dude. I decided in Oblivion that I was racist against high elves, right? And I think I think it stands. You know why? Because it seemed to me like every fucking evil villain in that game, like every side quest and everything, it was just a high elf guy going, yeah, So I was like, fuck y'all. So I started trying to secretly kill them. But like you can't exactly secretly kill them in Oblivion. The guards just know. They have a sixth sense about shit. They just know you committed a crime,
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to Skyrim, where it's like at least you could kill the people and then like hide out from the guards and they won't know it was you. Like the Oblivion guards, you kill someone in one hit, they can't report to anyone. They come rushing in, stop right there, like crazy. But no, I think that, yeah, whatever I said, I don't even remember what the fuck I was saying, but whatever I said, I agree with myself.
You're a racist.
I know.
Yes,
I agree.
I am a racist in Skyrim. Fuck the high elves. And you know what? This is why. This goes to show I wasn't wrong. Heed my warnings. Fuck the high elves.
I'm not a fan of the high elves either. They're all like, we're better than you in every way.
Yeah, they're snobby shits
they're
too.
Assholes, yeah. We can all agree on that. They're assholes.
Okay. Off-topic question. What's your guys' favorite race in Skyrim? Do you think? I like wood elves.
Redborn.
You know why? Oh, do you?
What?
Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you why, then you can tell me why. So basically, it has nothing to do with how they behave or whatever, because like Wood elves are typically portrayed as just like marksmen. They can just as easily be like bandits, or they could be like hunters, you know, like whatever. But in Oblivion, I thought it was fucking hilarious. If you're a wood elf and you have a torch and you're crouching and following someone, you're just like, it's so funny how small you are in comparison to everyone else. I don't know, it's funny. So they're my favorite. I like Khajiits and Argonians, but I can't ever feel like relatable to them because I'm not a fucking cat and I'm not cold-blooded, you know? Like I can't relate to them. Cold-hearted, maybe, not cold-blooded though. But yeah, why do you like Red Guards? I'm curious.
It's like, didn't they have like a resistance to poison? They had a resistance to something.
In what game? It's probably both.
Skyrim.
Huh?
I feel like they had like.
I think they had like 25% resistance, something like that, right?
But it's like they're resistant to they're resistant to shit. They're hot as shit. They're like the strongest warriors aside from orcs, which is my second favorite. It's because they like to fuck shit up. And it's like they have like their own like little like towns. They have their own like little like areas. With like
poison resistant. They're poison resistant.
Poison. Okay.
Good shit.
I was racist to orcs too, for a second. Because they ate horses. But you know, I had a really cultured moment. Yeah, I swear. There's this this book, or like some guy tells you like, these orcs eat horses, and then I swear like I talked to some orc and he was like, yeah, I like horses, and I was like, oh my god. But anyway, like I had a moment though where I got super cultured and I was like, you know what? Who am I to judge? Like they eat horses, big fucking deal. It's fine.
They also worship one of the Satans. That's cool.
Hey, but I do too in that game. Shit, like they're good. They're good to you. The Daedra,
Mehrunes Razor.
Mehrunes Razor. Fuck yeah.
Mehrunes. That's it.
But I think they go with Molag Bal. I think that's their like patron god.
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's whatever. All I know is like in Oblivion, all gods are real. You can't be like an agnostic. Like you can straight go to a temple and talk with one of them, you know. So,
every time someone says Daedric, I think of two things. I think of the Razor, and I think of fucking Sheogorath.
Yeah.
Who's the coolest character. Period.
Freaking sugar.
Cheese.
Freaking Lava Jack, man. Freaking love that staff.
Fucking turn a dragon into a chicken. It's cool.
I was gonna say one time I swear I turned like a rat into a giant, and I fucking died. But it's worse in Oblivion. I feel like the first time I ever used it, it just fucking. Because I didn't know what it did in Oblivion, right? Because that was my first like introduction to the Elder Scroll. I'm not sure if it appeared in the other ones before that, but Oblivion was my first one. So it just says Wabbajack, and I'm like, hey, sick a staff, and then like the effect, it doesn't tell me how much damage it does. It just says Wabbajack. Huh. Okay. Then I shoot at like an enemy or something, and first they transformed to something harmless, I think like a deer. I was like, what the fuck? And then I think I did again. And I don't know if this was a glitch or like if something stupid happened, but I exploded and I died.
Yeah,
so.
I think like the first time I ever used it, I teleported to the sky, like the highest you can get, and just fell to my death.
Oh my god.
That shit was. I was like, well, I'm not using this weapon. Fuck that.
Yeah, fuck it.
Man, I gotta buy the game Morrowind. It's on freaking sale right now, so I really gotta check that out to see if there's any more wabbit jacking going on. But
there's some jacking going on.
Not that kind. Calm down.
I've heard good things about Morrowind. Is that like the first one?
That's the first that on the console, maybe. I think I don't know.
Yeah.
I know my brother, he really liked it. He was like, man, he was like talking about Oblivion, right? He was like, man, I prefer Morrowind. I was like, how come? And he's like, cause you can go in the house and you can kill someone, then you can live in it. Like, what? Like you could just dump all your shit like in someone's house and like like
Is it-
live in it, exist in it as if it was your own home.
Isn't Morrowind like the home of the Dark Elves or something?
Yes.
You got something right.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, you know a lot of stuff. And were you done with the Red Guard stuff, or was there any?
Yeah. I just like that they're battle hardened badasses.
They really are. I saw the buffs. I was thinking like, well, damn, someone's OP. But I know for me, it will be Argonians, just because like I just fucking love their design. Like it's freaking cool as hell.
Me
Like just
too.
all the colors. So I was kind of like, yeah, this is sick. I mean, but it was very weird because it was like a freaking tie dye colors that you could put on them. I was like, why is it so bright? What is going on? But for when it came to Skyrim, they looked awesome as hell. Like you could put as many hairs as you like, when really it's just freaking horns and shit. Like, I don't know, I just thought it just looked so cool, and I just like the convenience. Yeah, the convenience of like just being able to breathe underwater. And yeah, I just love the way they're designed, and plus I just love like the closeness they have with each other when they recognize like, hey, another Argonian, like you're like a brother to me or a sister to me. Like especially when it comes to like the Dark Brotherhood, like they will comment about it. I was like, I freaking love that.
Wasn't there like a special breed of Argonians that are like bred for the assassins?
Shadow scale.
That's
Yeah,
it.
I
And,
find that kind of lore cool.
If you're a fan of the Argonians, I have a question for you.
Okay, what
Are
is it?
you an avid reader of the Lusty Argonian
Lusty
Maids?
Argonian maid.
I will not get into that, but why?
He's like, actually, I have all of them. I'm not gonna lie.
No.
I've only ever seen like part 2 or whatever. I can't find like part 1 or what. Is that just me, or am I retarded? Because I can
think
only
there are
find the one
copies.
part. I can only find the one part where she's talking about polishing his spear, and he's like, "We have all day." I'm like, I'm looking for the other part, and I can't find it.
I feel like I have seen other books of it. I feel
I
like
don't
I have
know.
seen a book 1.
I read it for the articles. That's all I know.
Yeah, the plot is very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, you guys actually read it, like the books?
I read
Yeah,
it, but it's only the one as far as I'm aware. But yeah.
I always remember the polished spear. I always remember that. I don't
It
know
was
why.
so funny. It just stuck out to me, like for some reason, you know.
This is in a game?
It just stuck out.
Yeah, it was very memorable. I was like, I see. He's gonna
It was
polish
like-
his spear. I swear. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, because this is just like, this is a game where they put like all these intricate stories and books into, and books are actual like lore pieces and shit like that. And I'm like, this is cool shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought when I first read it though, because I played Oblivion when I was like really young, and believe it or not, I keep telling everyone I was a stupid kid. Like I don't know what happened, but somehow in high school I just went like I got really smart, you know. And that's not to like say I'm a genius or anything, but like compared to what like I was, trust me, I'm very smart compared to like who I used to be, you know. But when I first read, I didn't understand like what are they called, double entendres and stuff. I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Right.
So I read it, and it was completely normal to me. Like she was just polishing a spear of his, like just a battle ready weapon. I was like, okay, what a fucking waste of time, and I just moved on, you know.
Like, oh
Do you
my
know?
God.
I love Oblivion, because I remember for the longest time I was trying to figure out. Do you remember like the what the fuck is the cult called? The Mythic Dawn? Mythic Dawn, how you're trying to find their hideout. And they said like I think like they give you like they tell you to like read the books for some sort of like clue or whatever, right? Like volumes 1 through 4 to find the hideout. And I swear I did not notice the beginning, like you know how it is, how it's kind of simple, but if you don't know it, then it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? You know how the beginning of every paragraph spells out like a different part of the message, and it reads Green Emperor Way where tower touches midday sun. So I was sitting there just reading the fucking books front to back, trying to figure out what the fuck. I was like, maybe there's a clue here, and I was like getting fixated on all this small shit, you know. And then my brother had to tell me, like he had to tell me basically like, oh, this is what you do. You have to look at every single like beginning paragraph. And I was like, what? And yeah, it changed my life. I swear. That was such a cool fucking puzzle in my experience because I couldn't get past it, as a kid. But I thought it was neat.
Oblivion will always have a warm place in my heart. And it's just for the very fucking beginning of that game, and I'll always remember this fucking line of you. Let me see your face.
You are the one from my dreams.
And it zooms in on his face really close, and I'm like, oh.
Let me see your face. It's just like right here.
You are the one from my dreams.
He grabs your fucking face. Let me see.
Let me see your face. Just that's like the sole thing I remember from that game every single time. It's beautiful.
Yeah. I think I have like a knack for memorizing scripts and shit from like, because I remember that too. Let me see your face. You are the one from my dreams. That the stars are right. And this is the day. Gods give me strength, like, I don't know what it is. Fucking Bethesda games.
It's like,
right there.
dude, I'm trying to do my sentence and get the fuck out of here. What is all this? Creepy ass old man.
I remember I was trying to I was so glad in the Dark Brotherhood questline you got to go kill that guy.
Yeah.
Valen Dreth.
Right.
Thank God, bro. Because I feel like that game isn't complete until you go back and kill him.
What is the reason you're in jail in the beginning?
It's unclear. It's up to you. Role playing.
Has a weird fetish for prisoners.
What if it's like an every game thing where it's like you're a immigrant and you just get jailed?
I'm an illegal. Just be a different race, like
that's like not political at all. Like,
yeah, absolutely. They're just trying to put the seeds in there. They're trying to make you think.
Every immigrant could be a hero, something like that. I don't know.
Every immigrant can be a hero. Look at the Dragonborn.
Exactly. To be honest though, the Dragonborn sounds like a bloodthirsty motherfucker, considering he has the blood of a dragon in them. Because the more you think about him, you want to learn more all these shouts, you gotta kill dragons. You gotta fight the dragons to even
And he's like Kylo Ren in the fucking Star Wars movie, like more. Like he just fucking slaughters them, bro.
Yeah, exactly. And go on.
Sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
And just for the fact that you accept every quest, knowing there's gonna be a fight down the line, come on, you gotta be thinking to yourself, Dragonborn is canonically bloodthirsty as hell, and we're all there for it.
I mean, if you're gonna have to kill dragons, I think it's whatever. You can be a little bloodthirsty. You have to be a crazy bitch to actually fight a dragon. You ever think about you ever hear a really loud firework and you think it's a gunshot and you're like, oh,
yeah.
You get all worked up, or someone honks at you while you're driving, you get all worked up and pissed for an hour. You're fucking ready to fight for some stupid reason, but these people are facing dragons. You gotta be crazy. So, yeah, I think he's definitely bloodthirsty. You could probably,
And not everyone can understand dragons, right? That's just a dragonborn and.
That's a dragonborn and dragon thing, yeah.
So the normal people, you could just be chatting shit with the dragon, and you just be like, "What the fuck is this guy doing?"
Yeah, but in the lore, it's the dragons, the breath, all their shit
is their language.
So they're just having an intense verbal debate. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, fuck me, fuck you. It's like a rap battle, like a roast off.
I just love that detail. But there's that weird thing where a shout allows you to insult someone from afar.
Did you say that's a thing, or you wish that was the thing?
No, that is a thing.
That is a thing.
Hey, melon breath. Something like that. I was like, what the fuck?
It's skeever butt.
No breath.
Dang. What shout is that, or is that a mod? It sounds like it could be either.
It's a legit shout.
It's legit. Okay. What's it called? Do you happen to remember?
I'll check it right now.
I remember one that was skeever butt or something like that. Skeever tail.
Oh, throw voice. Wow, of course. It's a throw voice.
Okay.
Someone doesn't know his shouts.
No, someone
Huh?
doesn't know his shouts. It's funny because I'm like holding my own, like I'm perfectly fine remembering all the obscure names and places and like obscure details, and you're like, hey, there's this shout, you can talk shit to people. I'm like, what? Really? Like I'm
It's usually-
surprised I haven't come across it.
It's usually used for like distracting people.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like when you're sneaking around. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. Where is it? I'm trying to look for all the Zol May Guts. I'm not trying to look for that, but oh, there's the lines for this. Hey, troll baked. Hey, she's brain. Wow, this is ahead of its time. Hey, skeever butt. Hey,
There it
slug
is.
breath. Hey, ugly. Hey, melon nose. But there you go. Like those are the insults that you say to random people.
Man, that's amazing.
So
I
they
know.
understand that one.
Yeah, there you go.
So I just imagine someone like seeing the dragon more like a dragon is like shooting fire and it's like insulting the dragon more. The dragon was like, well, fuck you too.
Yeah.
To the dragon.
And like it's crazy because you think about the fact that like you can kill people with that, so it's basically like, or other dragons even, you can shout them to death. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think they're just talking shit until they die. Can you imagine? That's thug. That's gangster as fuck.
Sure as fuck.
Now that's a debate I could watch all the way through.
Yeah, dude. Just have presidential debates be them shouting at each other.
Fucking C-SPAN where they're just filibustering and talking for hours and just like fucking fire.
They get fucking yeeted out the building.
Yeah, bro.
Oh my god.
They run at each other real fast. Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking love it. Was there anything else we're gonna say about Skyrim? Or is that it?
I'm good. I mean, Oblivion's better, but you know.
No, I feel that.
Before we go on to the funny topics or the memes topic, can I just say one thing real quick?
What's
Since
up?
we're happy birthday, Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Oh fuck, I was about to say it first. Okay, well, yeah, Nathan's right. Happy fucking birthday to Iron Three Houses, because hey, 2 years already. God, I feel old.
For real.
Yeah, such a great game. Can't wait for the next one. So disappointed this E3 didn't have it whatsoever, but hey, more to the future, hopefully. Also, I'm jealous of the Japanese, Koreans, whichever. I'm jealous of them right now because they get to play the freaking free version of one of their another Fire Emblem game, while we can't because it has been emulated into
America,
English.
fuck no.
Wait,
Yeah.
A new game or a what?
More like a game that they're bringing back from one of their old games. Thracia, I believe.
Oh. Will it be ported to America?
Hopefully,
I'm sure at some point.
because if they have it ready, if they have it if they already got it available for Nintendo Online people to play, then who knows? Maybe there's a chance for us Americans to like get the translated version soon. Hopefully soon.
I just don't want them to pull a new mystery of the emblem where it's Japanese only, and you have to get an emulator to play it.
I mean,
Not that I use an emulator, Nintendo. Not that I use one of those.
Nintendo Ninjas. Yeah, don't follow him, guys. Like, don't he didn't even do anything bad.
Done anything to you?
Yeah, then nothing at all. Also, bring back freaking Shadow Dragon and Blade of Light for everyone else to play. And speaking of which, Tyler and Kobe, because it feels weird that they
Fuck
haven't
Kobe.
played. Damn, you're still going with that ribery?
Yeah, bro. I can't believe I haven't actually met them yet. I don't know why, but the universe is just like, no, you won't meet. You're beefing forever.
We're not ready for that little debate.
I'm ready for it already. I want it to happen.
You don't be
Hell
like
yeah.
the dragons.
Dude, it feels awkward that you and him haven't talked at all yet. I don't know why. Awkward.
Dude, I could just I know, I could actually be a good sport and chat with him on Discord or whatever, but I just fucking don't. I like encouraging it a little bit. I don't know. It's kind of funny to me.
He's gonna hear this later on. He's gonna probably make a tweet about you saying some shit like, "Oh well, why these guys were trying to be on top," and Nathan goes off on this, but no, how he does it.
That's okay. I mean, I'm fine. I'm fine just taking up, all this space in his head. He can watch my every move. I don't care. I live off that shit. I'm a diva.
Rent free in there.
I'm a diva.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's amazing. But yeah, I'm surprised they haven't played it. And have you been able to play it yet, Mason?
I've been distracted with a different series.
Oh
my god! I'm fucking playing Mass Effect. Like,
oh my god, we could have made this an episode as well. Well, maybe another time when you've beaten the whole series.
I've beaten the whole series.
Oh shit! Well, we'll save it till next time when Nathan and I will interrogate you about like how was your experience with Mass Effect?
I got some shit to say.
I got some. I think we all do.
Oh,
Man,
definitely.
What a fucking game. You guys, I think I can't stay for the meme portion. Fucking my dogs are going crazy. They need.
Oh, that's my dog.
They need to shit, and so.
Oh.
Yeah,
I don't. Shit in a corner. It's fine.
The fuck no. I had a cat who, if I would ignore him, he'd be like meow, and he would either want outside just to go outside, or because he needed to use the restroom. You never knew, or he's just being an annoying bastard. One of them.
That's cats.
But
too.
Cats do. But if you didn't let him, he would shit in my bathtub. So I've learned my lesson. Like, you let them out, because they will shit somewhere that you don't want them to shit. It is not pleasant thinking, oh, I'm gonna go take a shower, and then you can't. You have to clean some stuff up. And I know what you'd think. You'd be like, just run the water. The problem will fix itself. I'm like, no, you bitch. I have to stand there. You have to properly disinfect it.
You bitch.
Nah, but yeah, I have to go let my dogs out. I don't think I'll be back in time. Unless you guys are gonna be like going doing meme shit and hanging out a minute. But
Guess we'll see.
I don't know. I guess I'll mute myself. I'll come back. And if y'all are gone, then that's life, okay? So I'll be back soon, maybe. I love you guys. And if I'm gone from like the viewers, I love y'all and fuck Colby. That's basically.
And the British apparently.
Yeah, and the British. I'll meet Colby one day, I promise. All right. I'll be back, guys, maybe. We'll see.
Later.
Sure. Later. Dude, him and Colby meeting up will be like the ultimate crossover.
They need to have a whole just debate episode together.
God, that'd be amazing. But it'd be such a weird letdown if they all of a sudden were just like really cool with each other. They're like, oh, okay. Like,
it's good,
hey.
homie. And just dapping up and shit.
Exactly. All right, you ready to go for this just last little segment? Or awesome. And yeah, hopefully y'all can laugh as well and not feel awkward about us laughing. So I just found this random ass very random Xbox message. Someone insulting somebody else. So it's just really weird, but I thought maybe you enjoy it. So here we go. Shut your skin tone, chicken bone, Google Chrome, no home, flip phone, disowned, ice cream cone, garden, no extra. Oh, no extra chromosome, metronome, demodome, genome, full-blown monochrome, student loan, Indiana Jones, overgrown, Flintstone, X and Y hormone, friend zone, Sylvester Stallone, Sierra Leone, all his own professionally, Steen, Silver, Patron, head ads, the fuck.
I feel like you've said this one before, but it never gets old.
I haven't said this one before, and honestly, it's just amazing that someone was able to find that many rhymes. Like, goddamn.
Fucking extra chromosome. Kills me.
Like, goddamn, not to take it that far. Also, trying to explain now for this next thing that I found, which was like a memory from 3 years ago on Facebook. But trying to explain this shit. A kid born in 2010 is now 18 years. Let that sink in.
Motherfucker, no math.
And then also her name is the first thing in her name is like professor. So Take that as you will. And then
Motherfucker ain't a professor.
and then her response to like I guess everyone else calling her out, she's like, "I never thought I would need to explain a basic math, but since we hear terrible math grammar, I hate it. Kid born in 2010 now is 2018, so you added 10 to 8 equals 18. Simple math. Smiley face. So the kid's 18 years in 2018. Simple.
I feel like she's trolling at this point.
I hope to God that she is trolling.
It sounds like a troll to me. It's just like she got all these negative responses, like these idiots don't get a joke. It's just went on with it.
Like I'm trying to understand the math here, like trying to be applied, but I'm just thinking like, no, that doesn't work like that. Like kid born in 2010, now in 2018, you add the 10 to 8, 18. I'm like, what?
What 8?
Also, I just found this real Batman dialogue piece from a random person that was just talking about like the difference between like some guy's earlier work on Batman, which was like really great, but then his modern stuff is just really weird. So here's what Batman has said. Not one word. I had taken enough grief about calling my goddamn car the goddamn Batmobile. I'm the goddamn Batman. I can call my goddamn car whatever the hell I want to call it.
That's brilliant. That's a legit phrase, or is that like someone edited that?
It's legit. It's actually legit.
I know he's got issues, but calm down, Bruce.
This version of him, yeah, like, and then he even like, I guess like there's another one. I can't believe I didn't say this one, but it has him freaking calling Robin retard. I'm like, dude, what's going on here? Like, are you really
Batman to be canceled?
Uh-huh. I was like, Jesus Christ. Now, here's this other thing that I found. Someone announcing a really, really great news. I'm cancer-free. Now, someone's response. How the fuck do you change a zodiac sign?
Those little shits.
And then they followed up with, I am literally so fucking stupid. My fucking God, never mind. Forgive me.
I'm an Aries now.
This is why I don't like to base my life on fucking signs or whatever the hell they're called, because, well, it's just dumb. And I'm cancer free. Like, how do you change the zodiac sign? Like, no, that's not what it's about. Love people. Not really, but well.
All the idiots. All the idiots.
All the idiots. Now, here's a guy sending a spicy text to a girl. I'm assuming Instagram. A DM, as you will. What if I...
Tell me more. Por favor.
And he said, and in quotes, what if I choked you, gave you neck kisses, and a lot of attention? Would you be a good little sub? And the girl responded, I'm a lesbian. And the guy said, oh, my bad. Have a nice day. All
right, cool.
I think I was like partially wholesome. Like he was just completely cool. Then, oh, sorry, never mind. Like can't do anything about that. My bad.
Oh shit. Well, it's the third time this week.
Imagine. God damn. It's the unluckiest streak of all. I wonder why.
Keeps on happening to me. I don't get it. Where have all the straight women gone?
I don't know.
Later than I thought it was.
And for this last funny meme that I found, well, not meme, but more like this bit. First, I want to say like there's a bit of news that I was like caught by surprise when I woke up, and then saw so many insults to this one person that made a very stupid comment. But that's not the focus right now. But someone of the Hill, this page or profile, announced that just in, Senate panel votes to make women register for drafts. And then I was I thought that was like interesting. So I asked my mom like, "Hey, what do you think of this? Considering like 18 to 25-year-old women would have to register for the draft." And I was like, "No, can't make my daughters go." And I was like, "That's it." Like I was like, "No, they're not gonna take them. Like I'll fight them." I was like, "Oh, okay." Then. And then I asked my sisters. I was asking them, like, I was just in the room, just like talking to them, asking them about it. And I'm like, what do you guys think? I'm like, no, that sucks. That's stupid. And I'm like, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't go. And then my dad said, like, no, if anybody asks, they're dumb. I'm like, what? And I'm like, they're dumb. Like they can't comprehend anything. Like, so they're dumb. They can't. That's gonna be their excuse. And I'm like, that's it. That they're dumb.
That's my dog scratching.
Oh
yeah,
shit!
they're really dumb. I don't know what you're talking about.
I thought that was you, Alex.
I thought it was you.
Nah, he has a cone on. That's why you can hear it. It's like, you know, yeah.
Oh, okay. But,
I fucked up. I unmuted too soon. I want to be like, yeah, he is. And then you started scratching. I saw Mason look around.
Freaked me out. But yeah. So my dad was pretty much like saying that no, the girls won't be able to go draft for the war or whatever because they're too dumb. That's his thing. And then my sister.
Oh shit! Did I agree to that?
To the draft?
Because I was like, no, not the draft. I mean, I have to because it's a federal crime if you don't.
Yeah, I gotta do it.
But no, I said yeah, they're dumb or whatever when I first came here. Is that what I'm saying?
They agreed.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Look at I hate you.
Yeah, dude. Today I'm offending everyone. Fuck. Not good. I'm sorry, ladies. You were smart.
They're smarter than me, that's for sure. But
You're smarter than me too. You ever try to you ever complain to a lady? Sorry to detract from what you're saying, but real quick, this is fact right here. You ever complain to a lady and they give you the simplest solution to your problem, and you just sit there like,
well, shit.
It was right in front of me the whole time. Me every day.
I'm smarter than they are.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
sometimes it's half and half. Sometimes it's half
Men are
and half.
superior. I'm kidding.
Oh. But like sometimes it's half and half for me. Like, and then, like my girl's like frustrated about something. I'm just like, just calm down. Like, don't worry about it. And she's like, fine. I'm like, God, it was that easy. Like, why do you stress yourself?
Right.
Well, no.
What were you saying though about your dad and stuff? Like,
because when I was asking my sisters about the drafting, like, how do you guys feel about this bit of news? They were like, hell no, like, no, it sucks. Like, I don't want to go. And then my dad was like, if anybody asks, they're too dumb. Like, they can't do the draft because they're too dumb. So I was like, that's your reasoning? And he was like, yeah. And then my sister agreed, saying like, yeah, we're too dumb. Like, that's our story. I was like, wow. Like,
I see.
Think of this.
That easy?
Like, fuck, I might as well say that I'm dumb. Like, I can't do that.
Bro, apparently it's not that easy to dodge drafts anymore. Like, you can't just object. They'll just be like, okay, like, I don't know. If you're not strong enough, like, let's say, because that's what I thought. I was like, yeah, I look kind of weak. I could probably pass the fitness test, but, like, I'll just pretend that I can't. Well, they'll just put you in, like, a remedial boot camp thing so that you can get strong enough to actually pass, you know? And I'm like, fuck. And I'm like, okay, what if I tell them, like, I'm a conscientious objector? Like, you know, maybe it's against my religion to kill people. They're like, okay, there's plenty of non-combat roles we can assign you. Like, fuck, you know, seems like it's impossible. I don't know.
Gonna find myself a knife, stab myself in the leg, and I was like, I can't do anything. Like, I'm sorry. And they're like, oh, we got like a handicap accessible place. I was like, fuck.
You can work at a desk. No sharp objects near you.
You can help us recruit more people. That's what you can do.
Like, I don't want to do that shit. Like, I can barely talk to people. Like, what do you think I'm gonna do? But so when I saw that tweet, I was saying like, well, I'll get to this later on, but someone's response was like so dumb. But then I found a meme that people were, I mean, some women were responding to it, and it was the complete opposite of what I thought they were gonna respond with. I was like, yeah, equality. So the first lady said, that's enough equality for today. And then another lady who was commenting below on it said, a woman's place is in the kitchen. Yes, I do the cooking and the cleaning. I believe that man should pay all the bills and women should just cook and clean. I do not want equal rights anymore. Sorry. And she just put a fucking crying emoji.
Yeah, they wait equal rights until shit gets hard. Then like, maybe this wasn't a good idea.
I mean, I saw the comments like someone were like saying like, yeah, like I'm all for it. I was like, it's cool. I'm fine. I'm like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. But then, if you guys want to hear this clusterfuck of a tweet, some guy did say that this is sexist as fuck. Like, this thing doesn't. Men do not need to. Where is it? I'm gonna find that shit. Okay, this is sexist as fuck. Men don't even have to register. The draft doesn't exist anymore, and your social security number is already pulled up the day you turn 18, and it's added to an emergency draft roster. Making them register when no one has to is just sexist legislation, wasting money. And then that's when he got like, oh, I don't know, fucking 58 comments. And you can see where everyone's saying that the incorrectness, and this is so crazy. Go back to TikTok, kid. This is of course false, where they show some several articles where people still do draft. If you're over 18, I think you need to go to the post office and register. Maybe get your head out of the games and into what's going on in this world. I was like, oof. I was like, wow, it is still mandatory. Like, wow, you're an idiot. You have to register. Like, all this stuff. So, what was he thinking? I don't know. I really don't know. Like, how do you guys feel about this bit of news?
What was the news? Just them, the people being dumb with the draft thing, or
more like, well, first I just find it unbelievable that some people don't believe the draft is still around. But no, I'm just like asking you guys, like, how you guys, well, just how do you feel about like the women registering to draft now? Like,
it's about fucking time. If I can die for this country unwillingly, then other people have to also. You know?
Are we being drafted for something, or am I tripping?
No, but it could happen. You never know. Okay. You never know.
So they're preparing to draft this, and like,
and they want to get rid of the women. I see.
Now they're like, we should get as many people for this war as possible. So we're gonna make it so women can draft too.
They're trying to like. Never mind.
Are they hinting?
Never mind.
Are they hinting at a new war? Is that what's going on here?
No, I think though. I actually looked up, for my book I was writing. I was looking up like, how did people find out they were drafted? You know, like for Vietnam, because I think that's like. Actually, I think people have been drafted in more than just Vietnam. I think they got drafted before then too, to be honest with you. But I know the last time was Vietnam, and apparently it was like a televised lottery sort of thing, and it was like, oh, if your age is 18 to blah blah, and your last name begins with like J and or Q, then you're in the army, or that's kind of how it happened, I guess. So it's interesting. Imagine too, it's like I don't watch TV anymore. You don't even fucking know you're drafted. Can you imagine, bro? How are they gonna tell people these days? I mean, probably mail. They can always mail you, but like,
what if you don't ever check your mail?
You're like, I want to unsubscribe from mail. You just go to the post office. That was an episode of. Have you guys ever seen Seinfeld? Because that was one of the premises. Kramer was like going into the post office, and he's like, I don't want mail anymore, or whatever. And the lady or the person, no, it was the guy. It was that one guy, friend of theirs. I don't remember his name. But they were like, oh, what subscription don't you want? He's like, no, I don't want any part of it. I don't want mail ever. And they're like, how are you going to pay your bills? And he's like, the government can pay him. Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, imagine you can unsubscribe from mail altogether. Shit, I would.
It'd be kind of nice, but yeah, kind of nice. Like, no more mail, just packages that I actually want.
All of a sudden, your lights get shut off, and you're like, why?
Oh yeah, that's true. Shit. Well, it should be wireless at this point. I mean,
Well, yeah, it could be. They could send you an email via like an email. What the fuck am I? They could just send you an email and be like, "Hey, your rent is due." Okay, send. Because you can have your cards on your phone now, can't you?
Yeah,
you can just wave your phone in front of like a little thingy and it like pays for shit.
Yep, I think that's so cool. But at the same time, I'm scared of like progressing too far. You know, I'm
Where
that
it's,
guy
like,
who
everything
thinks like
attackable.
I'm that. No, I don't think it's gonna be like that. Like Watch Dogs, is that the game?
Where they
I was
like
gonna
hack shit.
Yeah, I think that's. I don't remember if that is the one though. Maybe not. But I get
Pretty
more
sure.
afraid of like toasters, deciding, fuck this puny human and burn it, like poisoning my toast, not just burning it, just making it so hard and crunchy that like I take a bite and die. I don't know. Like, yeah. No, I'm not afraid of like AI or anything. I just feel like with too much technology, you move away from nature. It seems like. You ever think about the fact that maybe one day people like we'll be able to just like upgrade our bodies. We'll be like, I want to run faster. I want to be in the Olympics. Well, great news. We can replace like your lower half of your body with this titanium like not hydro because that's water, but well, hydraulic, like a hydraulic leg, and you can just go like, like, yeah. I don't know. I think about that because like if you could cut your legs off and have a robo leg, would you? Because like
Maybe. If I didn't have to feel the pain. But I feel like the like getting used to it would be pretty painful.
Oh yeah.
It could be. I imagine like, it'd probably be like rehab, you need to get used to it. Like you're just going for a walk and you step through your floor because you're fucking powerful. That wouldn't be good.
Mhm.
You gotta learn to pace yourself. I don't know.
I wouldn't
Yep.
do it. Like, I like feeling these things. I mean, how can I do a knee slapper at this point if I get hurt my fucking hand now?
Oh, bro. Fucking like red.
Your hand is broken.
Yeah.
Nah, I need a robotic hand. Oh, face palm? That's it. I'm fucking dead. That's it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I don't think there's anything else I could add in. Like, is there anything you guys want to add in, or I think it's time to call it a wrap?
I mean, I really want to talk about Mass Effect, but if y'all want to wait for the
Okay,
next
maybe one section of Mass Effect, like a certain topic. Like, what's a certain topic you want, like, at least cover on?
we could do characters, I guess.
All
Characters we liked and didn't like.
Well, you can go first because I think you're dying to have your piece.
I fucking hate the humans, all of them, except for I liked I think his name was Jacob into. I liked him, but the rest of them, like, these guys are all fucking idiots. They're also racist.
Yeah, every last
Like,
fucking one of them. They're like, I'm human. We need to get our dues, and shit like that.
Ashley was straight up just like, why are we letting these fucking aliens have free roam around us?
Yeah.
Like, damn. Okay. Tell me how you really feel.
How you really feel.
First one, I really liked the Garrus, but I didn't use him a lot because I feel like he didn't perform in action very well.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just brought Rex in like tally with everywhere. Rex was the fucking man, but I like Grunt more.
Mm-hmm.
Grunt in the second one is such a fucking Chad, and he's hilarious in the DLC for the third one. He's fucking hysterical. He fucking steals a C-Sec cop car and like fucking ignites it on fire by throwing like a fucking Molotov at it. And he's like, he went to the ramen. He's like, why did the ramen make you so upset? It's like, it was spicy. The dude's funny, and I love him.
You're gonna love this game. I really didn't need to get the Legendary Edition to play the DLC and see those DLC characters. So, yeah, I'm gonna experience that side of Mass Effect I never got of experience as a kid.
Yeah, there's some really cool. I think, because I don't know who are not DLC and who are DLC.
I'm like,
I don't think the first one has any DLC characters. It's just the Tali, Liara, Rex, Garrus, and then the humans. And then 2, there's like 20 fucking characters in that game. I'm pretty sure some of those are DLC.
Yeah.
Like there's like a Master Thief, who I'm pretty sure isn't in the normal one.
Yep.
She's awesome, but she's not romantic. Well, that pissed me off.
Really? What's the point?
Because just like every time you chat with her, it's like it doesn't open up like a chat log. It's just like she says a couple things on the ship. It's like there's not like a actual like you say this or this to that.
No, like no calibrating whatsoever.
Yeah, like there's no. I agree with this statement. She just like talks about your last mission a little bit, and then that's it.
Damn, that's whack.
It's like when you talk to an NPC, and they just say like one bit of dialogue, and then
I have nothing to say to you. I have nothing to say to you. Yeah.
Goodbye.
She'd be
Oh,
like-
wait, no, I had to go.
she'd be like, "I'll have more to talk about later, Shepard. I'll have more to talk about later, Shepard."
Yeah.
It's just
I love Tally. She just makes me happy. Like of all the romanceable females, she just makes
She's the
me.
best.
I haven't
Yeah.
romanced her yet. To be
I
honest.
feel like she's just so pure and true. Like the truth is, like I would hook up with Ashley. I don't know why, because I can't bring myself to with Liara, even though I don't know. I feel like
That's like
I-
the most canonical of all the relationships.
Yeah,
yeah.
I kind of hate how they shoehorn her so much.
Dude, like I swear, at the end of the third one, it was so weird because like I was devoted to Tally, but like it almost seems like you and Liara are like on the side. You know what I mean? Was that
Yeah.
just me?
No,
It really,
no, you're
like it
right.
seems like that. It seems
Well,
like no matter what, she's like she's showing you like, oh, here's the vision. She's like leaning on you and shit, and I'm like, the fuck, this ain't a
Oh, yeah,
just friend thing.
That final vision, like the final, I
Yeah.
know what you're talking about.
Right.
I'm like, why is this so cute? I love her fucking voice though. Liara's voice is like, it's like butter. Fucking loved it. That's why I
Yeah.
romanced her the first time. And then second, I was like, forget that. I want to see what Miranda's all about because I wanted to see all the ass shit. You know, it was like 100%. And then I just continued in the third one because I was like, I don't really care about any of these characters. Oh, well, that fucking blew my mind because I didn't romance Tally at any part of it. So in the third one, it's like before we're about to go into the mission, you see her and Garrus in one of the rooms kissing.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
I'm not
That
gonna
could
lie,
happen?
that got me mad. Like, I don't know why. I feel like possessive over Tally. Even if I choose like on a playthrough not to date her, I'm like, don't you fucking touch her. And I'm like looking at Garrus, just like all pissed.
Like right now, I'm doing. Sorry if I interrupted you.
No, it's fine.
Right now, I'm doing a second playthrough, and I'm on Mass Effect 2, and I'm doing like different choices. And I hate to do this, but I'm going with Ashley the entire way because I broke up with Liara in the second one, so I'm going with one character through all three. And I hate doing. I'm getting Ashley out of the way because that's my mom's name, and I'm like, this feels weird to me.
Fair enough.
So I'm just trying to get that shit out of the way so I can do someone else. So I'm just going.
You
through
will
this
do someone
game
else.
fast.
Don't you worry.
I'm-
There's plenty
I
of
want to do-
opportunity.
I want to do Tali, but I also want to do Jack because I really like Jack as a character.
I have mixed feelings about her.
She's a lot cooler in 3 than she is in 2.
Yeah, but then she fucking doesn't kick it with you. I'm like, fuck you, students. I'm Shepard.
Why can't you be like Garrus and just come with me every time?
Yeah, and fuck me. Like, come on. I mean, Garrus doesn't, but you know, you could start.
Garrus a real
Yeah.
one for that.
Garrus is the homie. Like Garrus and Tally, I love that they're there for you in each game. They are the truest friends, I feel like. I mean, I understand, like in the second one especially, like you've been dead for 2 years and everything, like people's lives have moved on and stuff, but like they just keep coming with you. I like them a lot. They're my real friends, and that's why I'm like committed to Tally. Although Liara, I got to admit, like in the third one, she was my confidant. She and I are like leaning on each other, and I'm like, I'm like telling everyone else, they're like, wow, your stress levels are higher than the Skillian Blitz, and I'm like, no, I'm fine. I gotta save the Earth, you know, or whatever. And then I'm like telling Liara, like, oh man, I feel so tired and sad, you know. Like she and I are just like being sad together and supporting each other. But then I was like with Tally, so I don't know. It just felt weird, but I don't know. Whatever. I guess Tally's cool with it because she's like, you know, I don't know. Asari are hot, right? Like that's the thing in the lore. Like
Even though you don't
Asaris,
see them.
yeah, like Asaris are like they're beautiful to everyone, right? As far as I'm aware. So you would think like it wouldn't just be the like men attracted to them. It would be like the females too, right?
Yeah.
I would imagine, or maybe like even if you're not particularly like if you're not lesbian or whatever, like as a female, like and you see an Asari, you can at least say like, damn, she's beautiful, right? You know what I mean? Kind of like if you saw Zac Efron walking by shirtless, like you're not gay or anything, but you're like, damn, what a
nice
handsome
ass.
dude.
What?
He's been working on it. He's been working on
right
it.
now.
Fucking it always baffles. Is there no such thing as a male Asari?
No, there isn't. But you know what freaks me out more than anything is
How do
like
they reproduce?
They're ace. They're not.
no,
Are they?
not their DNA. They can merge with other beings and stuff. So it's like they just kind of override. They just need your seed, you know. But they make a sorry.
Ramen accidentally.
I think it's so weird. In the second one, there's like this part where there's like a little bachelor party going on, and the Krogan's like complimenting her and saying whatever, like, damn, she fine, the Solarian. And like, there's a Solarian, a Turian, a Krogan, and like a human all like sitting together. And they're all commenting, and the Asari looks different to all of them. You know what I mean? So to the Krogan, it looks like a Krogan female. To the Turian, it looks like a Turian female. To the humans, it looks like a human female. And to the Solarian, they look like a Solarian. So I'm sitting there thinking, like, first of all, that's crazy. They look different to everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Second of all, if that's true, then how the fuck do they look to each other? You know, like how do these blue bastards? Because I just thought they were like Avatar people, except without the hair. I mean, kind of with the hair because they have tentacles, you know.
And without the tall.
Yeah, but whatever.
And are there female Solarians, or is that?
Yeah, I think there are. Yeah.
I just don't remember ever seeing one.
They all lay eggs, as far as I'm aware. Don't they? Don't they lay eggs? The Solarians? I feel like the Solarians lay eggs.
Well, the alien guy you get in the third one, the one that's like the ancient race. I can't remember what he's called. But he said that they used to be like lizard people that ate flies.
Yeah, I love when he's talking about like everyone and how like they're all so primitive and shitty and whatever, and he's like,
Yeah.
the Asari were tolerable, you know, because everyone was so primitive back in his time, but like he could see them, but he thought like the Asari were beautiful even in their like in their primitive state. I thought that was neat. I was like, damn. I thought it was so weird how he can just like merge with different rooms and like I don't know if it was by touch or whatever, but like he just gathered whatever the fuck. So he'd been walking around this is what fucks with me. He knew about like you like for me, he knew about like my sexual escapades with like Callie and stuff. And he told her like on the phone, like they were talking or whatever, and he basically said like, "Oh, I know you and Shepard have been doing the hoo-ha," and then she was like all embarrassed and flustered, as one would be when you know a secret that you didn't tell him, you know. So my thing, what I'm confused about is when the fuck did he touch me, or when the fuck did he touch her, or when the fuck did he touch wherever we were fucking? You know what I mean? Like,
so this is where the magic happens, and this is where the magic happens, and this is where the magic.
And this, yeah, just everywhere.
Also, Nathan, you're right. Female Solarians do lay eggs.
How do I remember this shit? Oh my god! Like, makes me feel so powerful, so knowledgeable. This is the shit that's like, you know, I could be learning skills. But I know video game shit. You know? I'm trying to learn the guitar, and you'd think like if I dedicate that much like brain power to the guitar, I'd be fucking unstoppable. But nope.
Unstoppable.
Nope.
Mass Effect shit. I know, no problem.
Can I say that the vehicles in each game are ass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fucking Mako is like impossible to control. It was like fucking wobbly. It's like it followed the camera thingy, like the little reticle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the second one, it's like a little hovercraft that shoots missiles.
Mm. It was better than the Mako.
Yes, but it explodes like that.
Yeah.
Like it's so easy to destroy it.
I liked the Mako actually, believe it or not, but I didn't like how I jump and it's like, oh my god, you jump when you need to jump because you can die. If you jump and one wheel happens to like be at a certain angle, you'll just go like. Woof, like you'll jump to the side instead. I've fallen off so many times.
I remember there was like a certain mission where it's like you had to destroy like you had to get like 5 like rocks or some shit, like some like Prothean artifact, and you had to like fight like waves of Geth. There's like Geth around that like the artifact each and every time. What I did is I stayed out of range and just shot them with the missiles until they were all dead. Then wouldn't got it. I had to cheese it because I kept dying over and over and over again.
I'm not gonna lie, I love Mass Effect 1, but what I hate about it is how the combat is like so slow and shit. And like, I don't know, like it's fine, but I can't play it. I'll be real. I mod that game to where
I can't
have.
mod it.
Oh well, I'm so sorry, but when I play it, I have this gun, and I give it to everyone else, but it doesn't fucking matter because they suck. Like companions suck in Mass Effect 1, but I have this gun where it one shots everything. It's fucking funny to see Saren like talk shit, and then and he's like, duh, you know, like just dead. Yeah, I one shot everything and just blast through the story. Then I played the second and third legit.
Literally blast through it.
I do.
Mass Effect 1, I feel, had the best story out of all 3. But it had like, it felt slow, as you said. Companions and the fucking Mako, which was needed for some story missions, pissed me off. Mass Effect 2 was a massive upgrade. One thing I wish they didn't change the infinite ammo, because I love that about 1.
Yeah.
You didn't have to reload or worry about clips. And like there was no carry weight in 1 or 2.
I didn't even notice. Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And 2, there's 2 specific enemies that pissed me the fuck off. It's one, it's like a walking tumor looking thing. It's a collector. And it's like, it shoots like little like biotic spouts.
The Scion thing. Yeah.
And it's like they don't have any health. It's just like armor.
It's just tons of armor.
Yeah.
Get headshots on them. They're just sitting there like, Durr. Oh, yeah.
And then they like one hit, it's like drains half your health.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's another enemy that's like, it's the exact same thing except it flies around.
I don't remember that one.
You only fight them like 2 or 3 times, but they're like kind of like a big ass boss thing. It's like it's the same thing where it's just armor, but when you get like a little bit of that armor down, it'll like put a barrier around itself, so you have to destroy the barrier then get to its health.
Was that the Geth Prime thing? Like,
no,
was
it's not. It's not Geth. It's
no,
collected.
Okay. I remember.
Sorry.
I was gonna say I remember the like the fucking that one guy, the Harbinger, how he would randomly take over them, but I don't know about anything else similar to the Scion thing.
It's like it flies around, it'll like slam on the ground, there's like a little shock wave. It shoots like a laser at you, like a consistent laser.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about now.
And fucking there was a point where I was behind cover. I had like half my shield, like my shield was halfway up. It slammed, did some weird attack, and killed me instantly. And I was like, "Fuck this guy," because it's, oh my god, it's just fucking obnoxious. And it's like when you're in the collector ship, and it's like he's got like 8 enemies coming at you, shooting at you while he's chasing you around and slamming and fucking up your. The combat team pissed me off because it's like the shields are non-existent. The shields go down
shot
so
once.
fast.
I lost shields. Yeah.
That just I died so many times just from stupid shit.
Not a pain in the ass.
And 3, the story was just fucking boring to me.
I felt like I didn't mind the story. I felt like it was tedious for me. Like the story was great. I feel like in terms of like actual like the things that were going on. What I couldn't be bothered to do is like, oh, I want to recruit Tally. Well, I gotta go do this big ass mission to get Tally, and like the missions are kind of long in that game. I felt like the missions could last anywhere from like 20 minutes on the low end if you're not having trouble to like 50 minutes if you're stuck at a part, you know. Because I play on the harder difficulties too. I don't play it on easy like a little bitch. I don't play it on the hardest.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Pardon me. I have to be an aficionado of playing on easy. No, I played my first time through on normal all the way through.
Yeah.
And now I'm doing easy on 1 and 2 because playing on normal fucked me.
Mm.
But when it gets to 3, I'm gonna play on something harder because 3 was a fucking breeze.
I didn't think so. I struggled in 3. Well, I don't know, because I also transitioned from like Xbox to PC with them. So I'm sitting here legit trying to like refigure out the controls. I mean, I know how to move and shit, like W8, like I can move, but like I was so much better with the controller,
I like the health system on 3 because it's like the shields are actually useful, and it's like you've got more health. And I just don't like the fucking weight system, but I feel like it makes sense. I just don't like it.
Dude, I didn't. Yeah, I was pissed. But then again, I just started playing without caring about weight, and
right.
I gotta be honest, being encumbered in that game doesn't
do much.
It doesn't hinder you a lot at all. I mean,
it's just like it's slower cooldown, I think.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think I only really needed 3 weapons. I needed like the sniper, assault rifle, and pistol. That's all I really needed. But
like the guns I liked in the games. Like the first one was like assault rifle because it's just fuck shit up. The second one, it was like fuck. It was like a gun that had like 80 bullets in the round, and it had like 400 extra. So it was like I never had to worry about ammo. And then in the third one, it was an assault rifle that was replenishable. Like it didn't, like if you used too much of it, it would like go on cooldown. Right. You had to wait for it, but there was no ammo for it. So my favorite guns were the ones that didn't require ammo.
Yeah, same. What about you, Alex? You've been quiet for a minute.
Because I've been talking because it's my first time.
Yeah, I've just been listening because it's just nice to hear him finally get to talk like us. Yeah. So I'm enjoying the moment. Don't worry about me.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah, but I do agree though. Fucking sucks that they changed up the ammo system. Hated it. I did not know there was a weight system. I guess I always just only carried pistols or snipers.
It barely mattered. So,
you probably didn't give a shit. You're just like, yeah, have a play, and you just equipped every weapon, and that was the game for you.
Dude, I was just like, I just found myself a good spot, use my sniper rifle, and just try to get as many headshots as I can, because that shit always seems to be like the big killer right there. Because especially Mass Effect 3, like, hey, headshot, like so many headless bodies. I was like, god damn, this is a war crime right here.
Yeah.
But I don't know, Nathan. Was there ever an achievement for like? I'm not saying I tried this option, but was there ever an achievement for fucking losing all 3 of your romantic love interests in each game? Because I know in the first game you gotta lose Kaden, Ashley, or well, not Liara. So, but like Kaden and Ashley. So those 2 you could lose, and if you romance one of them, like there you go. Like you freaking sacrifice your lover, which is kind of fucked up.
Right.
But then you have the suicide mission in Mass Effect 2, and if you chose to romance
whoever,
try to attempt that love again after 2 years of being dead, they fucking die, and then now you're like going into the third game, and I'm imagining that Shepard is pretty much traumatized as fuck at this point, and now
I would never love again in my life.
Exactly. Then like you have the possibility of losing another person again. Wait, what happens in Mass Effect 3 when during the final battle when you're like approaching the ship, like when you get beamed up by the fucking big ass Reaper or whatever, like does your teammates die or did they get
evacuated?
Yeah, they're not dead.
Yeah, but that's assuming you gain their, because they still have like a loyalty feature in Mass Effect 3, don't they? Like you still have to gain their loyalty.
Yeah, I think so.
It's like, it's a small thing. It's not as big of a deal as in the second one, because the second one, obviously, you have 12 motherfuckers you have to earn their loyalty to. It sucked. And Mass Effect 3 was like 6 people, which I'm actually glad they did that, because I did not like grinding and sitting there getting people's loyalties up,
Oh, and okay, yeah. If you have low EMS, yeah, your companions, whoever decide to go with you or whatever, can die. So, okay, then yeah, like freaking Shepard's last love interest can freaking die during the assault. He has to keep going on, and then he dies. So, like, So I was wondering if there's an achievement for like fucking up that bad, losing all
No.
3 years of interest.
There's
No
not
fucking
that
clue.
I see. 'Cause,
Bro,
like,
now I
Yeah,
want to
let's-
play like a bad Mass Effect run. I've always wanted to, where you just lose everyone, like in the suicide run and stuff. But I've never had like. My problem with that game is I get like too invested in the characters, legit. Like, cause I feel like
Which
that
is a
game
good
is from
thing.
my childhood. I feel like and I'm not a fucking sociopath. I mean, honestly, even in like Walking Dead games, I'm trying to make like a Dick Lee and a Dick Clementine, and I just can't. I mean, they be dicks when they need to, like when it's warranted, you know. But I can't just make an outright fucking asshole, you know. I don't know.
You
Right.
said something about like losing your romantic interest in the first one. That's not. You don't lose them at the point where you've had the romance scene in the first one.
Well,
with
it's kind
Caden
of
and
like
Ashley.
it's heavily implied though. It's. I wonder though, because I've never sacrificed Ashley. Again, can't bring myself to do it. I don't know if that's just chivalry or simping. I don't know, but like
I actually hated Ashley the most. to be
I
honest.
didn't. I hate her too, but for some reason I can't bring myself to save Caden. And it's like okay, because I feel like canonically you're supposed to save Ashley. Know why? Because I feel like you know how like either way Caden won't join you or Ashley won't join you in the second one.
Yeah.
I feel like no man, no soldier is gonna be that fucking emotional that they'll be like, nah, you left me, and then like not join up with you, like the fuck Aiden?
Cerberus, you bitch.
Yeah, like the fuck Aiden? You know, like come on, dude. Like
Stop
I
being
could
a
see
whiny little bitch.
with Ashley, it makes sense, you know, because I guess like she's always been like that. And I'm not saying like just because she's a woman either. Like she is an emotional, fucking crazy woman. Like how you said, she's like, I don't like we have all these aliens on board, and like she's just like that.
And I haven't gotten to the Ashley being the collector, like turning it down at the first collector thing.
Mhm.
I haven't gotten to that first story part yet, but I
Mm.
feel like she would have joined Cerberus. She would have joined you with Cerberus because she's very pro-human,
Mhm.
and that's all Cerberus is about is pro-human. So I
Yeah.
feel like she would have joined you on that shit.
Right? You would think.
But I haven't seen her excuse. Is it the same thing as Caden, or is it like a little different?
No,
I mean, it's. Go ahead, Alex.
no, I was just saying like I let Ashley die a couple times. I'm not gonna lie. Kaden was pretty much Kaden is just pretty much like that guy that's gonna be like pissed at you, and I guess he just I don't know, like it's such a weird thing like think about like because this is something that we don't would always go through. Like we fucking go through grief of realizing that the person that we trusted or someone that we grow close to freaking dies like literally seconds away like when we were just facing them. And then the next thing we know, like after 2 years, like we're pretty much like settled down, like we're kind of like doing our own thing now. And you see them, and you find like they would come to you first of all to like, you know, like say like, hey, I'm alive, I'm okay. But then you realize they're with a group that you don't necessarily agree with. So I can understand that, like for any of them. But for Caden, I know that he's just like, oh, I can't believe you've done this. Like, how dare you?
Oh fuck! I
Can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe you've done this.
So again, and I'm also wanting to know that since I romanced Ashley in the first one, if in the second one there will be like some interesting dialogue there or not.
Just
I-
kind of. I mean, like I think you say like, oh, I expected you to like. Maybe that was in the third one. I don't remember. It's in one of them. But like, you pretty much tell her like, of all people, you should know me. Like, you should know what I'm about, kind of thing.
Right.
That's about it, right, Alex?
I think so. Like that sounds about right about how it would go down for Caden. I think he got over it like in 3, and he was just saying like, hey, like we're cool, right? Like we're back to being buddies. But then they gave the fucking weirdest shoe-in of him being a gay romantic option. I was like, where the fuck did this come from? I was
There's
like,
like no indication at all. Yeah.
yeah,
But my
especially-
question is, like, if you're a girl, can you romance Caden? You can, right? Like,
yeah, you can.
Yeah,
yeah. So
definitely.
then he's just bisexual then, which I feel like doesn't matter in the pretense that he's gay or straight or whatever. It doesn't really matter, but there is never like any consistency with it. I feel like, you know, I don't know.
2 years to like figure himself out.
Yeah, he's just like,
Yeah.
he's like, I'll fuck something. You're like, what do you mean you'll fuck something? Yeah, it's got a heartbeat. I'll screw it. I'll see.
Imagine Caden has been on so many sexual escapades throughout the time that you were dead.
Dude, could be. Could be fucking his sorrows away, putting his sadness into hoes. You never know. People do that.
Yeah.
I don't do that, but people do that.
Some people do that.
So I know it's getting late, and Alex, I know you're tired because of work. So let's end this. Who is everyone's favorite top character?
Top character, as in like what? Like
Through all 3 games, each game, who's your favorite character?
It's a tie.
Tali.
Tali and Garrus. Like I said, they're there for you for every single game. I am a person who values loyalty very much, so it means a lot to me that they're there. And Garrus, at first, I feel like in the first one he's kind of forgettable, but he's a real badass in the second and third.
Mm-hmm. Took a rock to the face.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I have to agree with Nathan. Yeah, it's friggin' Tali or Garrus. Like those would be like my top 2 favorite ones to like ever be on a mission with, or just overall throughout the whole series. Because they've been through a lot of shit with you, and seen a lot of shit with you.
Was there anyone new that joined you in the third one aside from the fucking musclehead?
Fucking Vega.
Well, aside from the Prothean too, right?
Yeah.
There. Let's see. There's Ashley. There's Tali. There's Edie. As a companion.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Wait, can't you like fuck her, or like can't you steal her from Joker?
I just remember that she likes Joker, and Joker likes her. But I've never tried. I don't know.
I swear you can't. Like I've never done it, but I swear I saw like on some video because I was watching like all the romance shit. Because believe it or not, I'm a fucking sap, and like
Same.
yeah. So I'm watching that shit. I'm just like, oh my heart, like it's a romance novel to me, like a novella or something,
I'll replay a game just to see like the different romance shit.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you mean.
No, yeah. So like I was watching them and whatever, and like I didn't watch this one, but I swear like there was like some video that popped up that was like related. It's like, stealing Edie from Joker or like whatever. Something like that. I was like, I swear you could, at least from what I've seen. You're like, I'd do it. I don't know that I would. Edie kept asking me. Well, bang, okay. Edie kept asking me all these questions, bro. She's like, you know how she asks you, like, being a human, what is this about? Like, she's trying to grasp human concepts. I feel like that's a little bit too much to become intimate with. Yeah. Oh no, she can have fun with Joker.
That's true. And yeah, I mean, there really wasn't. If you're asking for like new characters, then it's just mainly James Vega, Javik, and Edie. Yeah, Edie, and that was it. Like those are like the newest ones that could officially join the Mass Effect 3.
It's because wasn't there not a Krogan that joins you in 3? That made me sad.
Yeah, there wasn't.
Fucking love the Krogans.
They're cool. I mean, freaking Shepard could fucking headbutt one of them in freaking Mass Effect 2, and I was thinking like he should be dead from that, but like I'm pretty sure there's like cybernetics in there that make it work.
Plus he had like the cybernetics, as you said.
Yeah.
For some reason I thought you said scrambled eggs. I was like, what?
You're a bit tired too, buddy.
Scrambled eggs in there.
Yeah, he did scramble his eggs. You ever notice how he looked after the fact? Just.
So, Alex, who are your top 3?
He said Tali and Garrus as well.
Well,
just them, or for
Thane.
1, 2, and 3, like
Thane.
Oh, Thane. Thane was sick. Yeah, Thane felt like a homie. I'm sad that I didn't meet him sooner.
R.I.P. the Thane.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking badass.
Forgot about Thane. There's so many in 2. There's so many in 2.
Was Thane a DLC character for the second one? Or
no,
he wasn't.
Game.
Okay, because I know. Oh, I'm thinking of Zaid. What a fucking forgettable character, Zaid.
Zaid was cool, but because you could do his loyalty mission like immediately.
Yeah, but I didn't give a fuck about him. I'm like, okay. I don't know. Maybe there wasn't enough time for me to bond with him. I didn't give a shit.
Look, I know when I'm doing bad shit, I'm taking him and like Jack or someone.
Yeah.
Just to be like my evil sidekicks. But I
Yeah.
don't really care that much.
Yeah, Thane, that most memorable assassin to me in my gaming history of playing games, like especially when like his freaking little speech to his son, and like I put out a lot of bad people in this world. I mean this galaxy, but you are the best thing I ever brought into. I was like, fuck, my heart.
Yeah, bro.
And then what happens in the third one?
I
Dude, props to Thane. What a badass, though.
That motherfucker went out like a G.
He did.
was
I'm
so
just
cool.
sad. I'm sad he didn't like kill the guy because I think Thane is such a badass. He could have like taken him with him. If I were the writer, that's what would have happened. But then you wouldn't have a big conflict like to work to like through half the game. So whatever.
That guy was such a boring boss though.
Yeah, he's just like fuck you,
He wasn't
Shepard.
challenging. He was just like I'm a walk like I'm a badass. And he's like kind of like crouch walking.
yeah.
You're just like shooting. Like what the fuck are you doing?
Dude, he fucked me up. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe because I'm playing on the harder difficulties, but like he just came and one shot. I had Edie is really good actually. Like she's a really good support. So I think I had Edie, and I don't think I had Tally on the mission because I did like to alternate to like feel like I was bonding with them. I had Edie and someone else though, and I remember Edie kept fucking going down. And I had like 9, maybe, like med gels, you know, like to revive him with.
Right.
And very quickly, I realized the situation I was in because I couldn't keep reviving them. And I kept having to run because he's just like, all his attacks are directed at me, except for that one time when he one-shots my friends, you know?
God
It was
damn.
awful. I finally beat it somehow.
I am going to have to play through all of them on the hardest difficulty to platinum the game. Because you have to play through 1, 2, and 3 in a row without ever changing the difficulty on the hardest difficulty. Which sounds fucking hard. Yeah.
Quick question. Do we all agree that we use the Renegade option as soon as Dane's assassin tried to kill us? Like in that cutscene?
Oh, yeah. I did anyway.
I did. So like I'm a full-on Paragon when it comes to like freaking Mass Effect, but when that motherfucking Renegade option showed up, I freaking pressed that shit as soon as possible and stabbed that motherfucker. I was like, "Fuck you! You killed Thane."
Oh yeah. When you can kill the assassin, yeah.
Yeah,
That should be the most pressed one in the entire series. What the fuck?
Yeah, like I don't give a shit. I expect all other Paragons to freaking choose that Renegade option. Like that's not Renegade. That's the correct choice. Like what do you mean?
There's some really Renegade officers who are like, why wouldn't I do this?
Exactly. Like I mean, sure, like he still kills him in the non-Renegade option, but like still, like as soon as you see that, like for Thane, man. Yeah. Sorry for anybody that got spoiled by that, but like, you should know better by now. But I'm just kidding. I know. Sorry, people.
Idiots.
That game's like, how old is that game? Like, it's old. Like, fuck you. It's been 5 years. We don't have to. No, I love you guys. I hope y'all are fine. I hope y'all don't mind it.
The newcomers and the returners. Yes, please be okay with this.
So my favorite 3 for the first one was Rex, because I'm a big fucking Krogan fan.
He is pretty cool.
And the second one, because that same shit, I'm going with Grunt. Yeah, he's my fucking favorite. He's just so fucking just badass. I don't know. It's like I love the mission where you're like making him a legit Krogan with the
Thresher mod and stuff.
Yeah,
God, that was crazy.
Taking down the Thresher. That's so sick. And then the third one, there's no fucking Krogan option to choose, which makes me sad. Third one's fucking tough.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I didn't really like. I'll probably go Garrus, just because at the point of the third one, I've liked him a lot. So I'll probably go Garrus for the third one. For the first one, though, Tally is the one I actually use the most, because I think she had like high technician skills, and you could use that to like hack into get like better rewards and stuff in certain items. So I used her a lot.
No, she's essential for that kind of stuff. And oh yeah, for Nathan, just for my last thing to say, yeah, Mass Effect came out in 2007.
Yeah. So well, that's the first one though.
That's some really good options. Like, hopefully they bring Krogans back a bit more, since they, I mean, I'm assuming you guys solve the genophage thing. Genophage?
Oh
I
yeah.
let him die.
Who's
I'm just kidding.
who's the
Imagine, bro.
asshole that's like, no, I'm not gonna fix him.
You
My
know,
God.
it's like at that point I feel like the Krogan, like, if you don't save them, you deserve to fucking lose everything. You deserve to just have everything fucking die. Because I think in reality, if there was like a super I think if there was like a super like crazy war species, you would need them in the event of like a galactic extinction. Honestly, at that point, I don't care if they take over the galaxy. Like, you can handle that later, you know?
The
Good point.
fucking and then like the Solarians were just like, you cured the genophage, fuck you. We're not gonna send you help. What?
Yeah.
We helped a race, and you're like, fuck you, because it's like the Solarian like counselor guy was just like, why
Yeah.
wouldn't you do like? I didn't understand that.
I didn't like how they were all political, like the Asaris too. The Asaris were trying to get you to do like the shit for them or whatever, and they were like all like the fate of the like galaxies at stake, and then they're just there like meh, you know, like
Politics at that point? Like, I mean, I'm
yeah, it's
pretty
like
sure,
bro,
like,
like everything's off the table. Let's make it through this first. We'll deal with everything after. I don't know.
That actually brings me to my final point. That the fucking the charm system, upgrading that like charm stat or the intimidate stat, best thing you can do in every single game. It's the best option. It's the best.
Yeah,
I
that's
agree.
the first thing I do.
The third one, if you have a high enough like charisma stat, you can recruit both of the Turians and the guest to fight with you together instead of having to choose one of them. That's so rad. That just because you can like, I'm a good guy. I'm gonna talk you out of this. You can just save so much time. Like you can get everyone to help you if you just have a high enough charisma. It is the best stat, no matter what.
No, I agree with you. I mean, for someone who doesn't like, use that charm or intimidate system like at all in the Mass Effect games, they're a fucking psychopath. Like, how could you not use something that helps you out in the game?
You can just straight like diffuse a conversation. Just be like, "Hey, is this really what you want to do?" They're like, you know what? It's not. And then they'll just fucking they'll just leave.
Oh,
you're right. I shouldn't be doing this.
My dude, I was so happy during Mass Effect 2 where you could yell at the council people who were like trying to like say like, no, Tally's not welcome here. But I was like, oh fuck no, I'm gonna talk shit to you guys. And I'm gonna rally the crowd in. Like when I saw the option, I was like, oh fuck yeah, I had to rally the crowd people in. And I just made them look bad. And I was like, fuck y'all.
Yeah.
I could tell you later on. So it was nice hearing. It was nice. It was fun to watch you shout. I was like, fuck yeah, that's cool.
She wants me. That's what it means.
She likes these peen.
She wants to hear you shout more. If you see what I'm saying.
She wants to shout a little bit too.
No, I love Tally though. She's that. I don't know. She's just so wholesome. Character. She's so wholesome. Like I believe her love. You know, Miranda's over there. Yeah. Like she's like, well, you can hit it, but I'm doing other shit. And I'm just like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah. Tally's amazing. As soon as I know this Ashley bullshit, I'm gonna go through the hardest difficulty with Tally.
Yeah, she's like the most wholesome romance option, in my opinion, next to Liara.
Liara, I just like her for her voice.
I think Liara is so sweet.
Yeah.
Doesn't she have like an eye twitch that disappears from the first game?
I think she has a nervous thing. Yeah. I don't think they like touched on it though. I don't think she was ever like she ever mentioned it to you. But I know what you're talking about. I've noticed that too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because she mentioned it before, and then like in the second game, when you're talking to her at some points, she never shows it again. I was like, oh, that's kind of sucks. Like it was like a bit of a nice little characterization in my opinion.
Well, I mean, she got like more like she grew a lot in the fucking like the timeline of Mass Effect. She was this shy little, basically like, I mean, I know she's not a teenager, but she was practically like a like, I don't want to say teenager, but like young adult, like young adult, because like how Asari's lived to be however old.
Thousands.
Yeah, she was like 100 and something, but that to her was basically like I think she may have been like 20-ish at the oldest, like if you want to compare it to human years. Whereas Shepard, I imagine Shepard's like anywhere from 28 to 32 in his prime area, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah, that makes sense.
like
And
in the first one, she's very like shy,
Timid
and,
and
reserved. And in the second one, like your first time you're meeting her, she's talking to some dude, and she's like, "I'm gonna fucking scalp you." And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, then she looks at you and she's like, oh, you know, she gets all, oh my God, I love Liara. She's fucking great.
Right. It makes sense though, because she turned into like the Shadow Broker or something like that.
Yeah,
Something similar to the Shadow Broker. She
Yeah,
became
she-
the Shadow
she-
Broker in the second one, like
You-
entirely.
you fight the Shadow Broker with her, kill the Shadow Broker, and then she takes over.
Oh yeah, then yeah, she
Be-
hardened up.
Because no one knows who, like, what he looks like, so then
Yeah.
she just becomes the Shadow Broker, and that's why she doesn't join you.
Then she turned into a gangster from that point on. Like goodbye, innocence.
And then the third one, she's not as shy as she was in the first one, but she's more like calm and collected in the third one.
Yeah.
Love to see it after being a Shadow Broker for many years.
I don't know whatever happened, because I don't think that was explained what happened with that.
I think she was still a Shadow Broker, but she was like, you know, fuck this. That world's ending. I mean, the galaxy is a bit ending. I might as well join you to like fight back these robotic bastards.
I actually like that system of seeing the Reapers on the galaxy map, and how like more would come in as the story progressed.
God, I got scared at one point. I was like, oh god, they're getting closer.
I got pissed because, yeah, you start out and it's like a couple, and then it's like just more and more after each mission. It would get me so heated. Because I just want to explore and get all the. I thought I'd get an achievement for like searching the whole galaxy. Nope. Didn't fucking care. They were like, "Ha, you loser." Whatever. It's fine.
Yeah. And with that being said, I think we should end this because we're at 2.5 hours. We're like,
Yeah.
and I know y'all are tired. Like, maybe we should like wrap this up.
We will nerd out more about Mass Effect later on in the next episode. We
Yes.
have to.
Absolutely fucking.
I'm more than happy to.
I'm fucking ecstatic to do so. I mean, sure, like it's been a long time coming because I was saying like, fuck, Mason's gonna get this game. He's gonna enjoy
Yeah.
this.
And I really did. I'm playing through it multiple times.
Good. Also, you're freaking lucky as well because you get to play the version that's like not as bare bones like how the beginning ones, especially when there's this weird glitch where you can't like sign over some of the data to this one, and you're even more lucky because for at least PlayStation you get to actually play the first game at least because the first Mass Effect game was Xbox 360 exclusive.
You mean PlayStation exclusive? It was
No,
only for PlayStation or only for Xbox?
only for Xbox.
That's weird.
Yeah, it was weird. Like I don't know, it was a weird time to think about. Like, so when people got the option to play Mass Effect, Mass Effect 2, they had to choose the options that were like the main ones for Mass Effect 1. I was saying like, oh, well,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
With Mass Effect carrying shit over, is there a way you can carry over like what your Shepard did into Mass Effect Andromeda? Because I know Shepard's not around, so that doesn't matter as much. But I'm wondering, like, is there any like impact, like any type of carryover into?
I'll be
Andromeda?
honest, I haven't played Andromeda. I have no idea.
I've played it, but I just do not remember.
I'm playing a bit of Andromeda, but so far it doesn't seem like there's anything that makes your choices seem like they carried over from the first 3 games.
I know there's a like an N7 like tribute thing where it's like there's a Shepard like display, and it's like a hologram that talks about what he did.
Uh-huh.
That's why I didn't know like if that would
Oh.
carry over, like if he would talk more about what he did if you carried that info over, or if there was an option to carry over what your Shepard did into Andromeda.
That would be cool, but honestly, I haven't came across that, and I'm not sure if it really changed anything. I mean, sure, maybe a quick YouTube video will help out with answering that.
Maybe.
All
right.
All right. So
2 hours and 41 minutes. Shit. You can make the Mass Effect just like an extra episode or something.
You know, I think maybe that would be a good idea. I'll see. Yeah, I mean, Maybe save it for like I don't know, Friday. Just like a little fun, a little extra for everybody. Just like, hey, just want to throw this out for you guys.
Here's some DLC.
Yeah, there you go. And it's free. All right, you guys want to say, share any last parting words with everybody before, like, we.
If you some fucking how listen to this very, very end, bless you.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Because that's some damn dedication.
Mm-hmm.
I love y'all. Just in general. If you
Unless
did,
you're British.
yeah, if you're British, go away, dude. We don't need your views. Like, there's a whole other part of that continent that's fine. Yeah.
God damn. I mean, we literally got one UK person.
I wonder who the fuck it is, Like, who is he or she? Who are they? Why are you here? Why do you take this abuse from me? You've heard it before. You know what I'm saying about you.
Maybe it's like the president of UK or some shit. I don't. What are
Boris
they?
Johnson, the prime
the
minister?
Queen or some? I don't know what they.
Dude,
have.
if it was the Queen,
I don't give a shit.
she's the only British person I respect. Like,
Hell yeah.
and it's funny because earlier today I said fuck her in my little imaginary argument with myself, but I love the Queen. When she dies, I don't know what I'm gonna do. When she dies, I'm gonna be sad. When Betty White dies, my life's gonna stop for like.
I feel like that'll never happen. They were like what, 300 years old? That's
Betty? Betty's like.
It fucking feels like it.
She's got to be nearing 100 now, no? I'm gonna see how old she is.
I feel like she's over 100, but I'm
Maybe.
probably super wrong.
How old is Betty White? She's 99, bro.
God damn.
One more year, please, Miss White, please.
How old is the Queen?
Fuck, I don't know. Let me see. How old is Queen Elizabeth? She is 95.
Jesus.
Good shit. I don't want her to die either.
Have they ever met Betty White and the Queen?
Have Betty White and the Queen met? Let's see. Betty White and Queen met at a performance. Yes! They did.
Sweet.
Did.
Oh.
I'm fucking happy.
Because they're only a couple years apart.
Yeah, I know. I bet they're like best friends secretly.
Do you think they went to high school together?
No, I don't think so.
I jest, but yeah.
That's amazing, though.
Well, go off on a tangent again. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I mean, you guys want for fun, like, for our audience details from geographic region. 94% United States, of course. Thank you, my fellow Americans.
Cheers. No, wait, that's British. Don't say cheers.
Yeah, fuck them.
Jeez. Okay, Australia, 2%.
Oh, sweet.
Less than 1%. France. Less than 1%. Lebanon. And the rest of these are going to be less than 1%, so I'm not going to repeat myself with that.
Is that your boo thing in Lebanon? Is that where
you're from? That's my boo thing. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Shout out to you.
Yeah.
Shout out to you. And next one, Pakistan. Next is Brazil.
Oh,
Indonesia. United Kingdom.
Oh.
Ew.
Wait, but if it's the United Kingdom, it might be like Northern Ireland. I don't really consider Northern Ireland. I feel like Northern Ireland is oppressed. I don't consider that like Britain,
Imagine if our one Irish listener is fucking Call Me Kevin. I would lose my shit.
Nah, but maybe. Do we have an Irish listener?
No, but we got like a Finland one.
Actually,
okay.
And then there's Singapore and Spain.
Spain. That's actually where Call Me Kevin is going. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. I thought about that too. I was like, fuck. I'm excited, honestly. I love moving content, believe it or not. I love when YouTubers do shit, like they go places, they move. I don't know, it's just cool how they do all the setup tours and like, oh, look at my house and this, and I just think it's so neat.
Yeah, that is pretty nice to watch stuff like that. And for the last thing, the gendered stuff, I guess, male 86%, the female 12%, 1% not specified. So there's that. Like, I guess our female population has risen a bit.
Risen.
So, cool. Risen.
Risen.
Rise.
Sorry, I'm a grammatical Nazi. Sometimes.
I know. We team up sometimes on Brock.
You fucking idiot. Whenever we get to living together, I'm gonna fuck the shit out of him with that shit. I'm gonna bug him so. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm gonna bug him a lot with that.
I saw that too, Alex. And I was like, oh.
Like, no, don't.
Correct yourself right there. Oh my god. Oh, do you wanna? Oh my god, really extending this, but explain to the audience.
Nah.
Me
They
by
can wonder.
Brock.
They can fucking wonder.
They can fucking wonder.
You
Oh my god.
fucking what?
Do you guys remember when we were playing? I'm sorry. I want to fucking stop, but like I'm so tired. You remember when
podcasting.
You remember when what do you call it? We were playing Apex together, and I was like, I'm Conor McGregor when I was fucking swinging at the people. Yeah, I gotta say, after that last fight, man, I'm not a McGregor fan anymore. I gotta be real with you. I thought he was always. Well, he did lose again. Yeah, it's not because he's losing that he isn't my fan, or I'm not his fan. I feel like he's always fascinated me with like his skill. You know, I think he's a very good fighter. I thought his antics were always like over the top and whatever. I thought when he was like beefing with Habib that like it was fucking like he was saying some shit he shouldn't have said. I felt like he got like too personal and stuff, and I was like, that's bad, but I guess I can let it slide this once. And then like after the fight when he's like, your wife is in me DMs and all that shit, I was like, man, that's not, I don't know.
Yeah, my mom was pissed at him. Like when she heard it. Yeah, my mom was pissed at Ewan. Yeah, like, oh, he's a fucking animal, like talking like that about another man's wife. I was saying like, ooh, okay, she's going.
What if it's true and he's trying to save him some time? Just be like, hey, your wife is cheating on you. Maybe you should break up. Maybe he's trying to be like, maybe he's trying to.
But imagine being Connor's wife. Like, what the fuck? Why? Why do you have anyone in your DMs? Like, that's what I imagine. I don't know.
Like, why would you do that? All right. Well, okay. For sure, we're good.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
say goodbye.
Yes. All right. Like that's it. Like that. That's all our party words. Right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Everybody, thank you for joining us. Love you for listening to us rant this much. I'm sure this ending is gonna be a bit weird if you guys can be hearing like the very long version, but then it turns out there's a mini episode later on. There's that. But anyways, thank you for listening to us talk about these very random different topics today. Thank you to any new listeners sticking through with this one. And thank you for any returning listeners. We appreciate your support, of course, as usual. And yeah, just thank you so much. We're actually reaching almost our 50th episode. Never thought we'd get this far. Like, oh, you guys ever realized that? That's crazy. But anyways, yeah, love you all. Thank you all for joining us. Stay safe out there. Enjoy the rest of your week, and peace.
Bye, my friends.
Goodbye, my friends.